It's
Kill.
just like
There we go.
Dark isn't
just shut the
lying
fuck
though.
up.
If we're being honest.
Yeah, nobody's saying that
We-
he's
we-
lying.
we understand. We understand.
He's gonna call Jordan a monkey or something, and it's gonna be...
No,
Called
Jordan's gonna do
monkey.
that his
Where
damn
does it even
self.
come from?
Why have to be? I
You are
am
going
just
to say
here.
something wild,
Listen,
No. Yo, fuck you, Ben.
Yeah, when and where?
It really be
Wow.
like that.
Shit.
It really
We
be
come-
like
we
that
come back-
sometimes.
Will you come back to New York? I'll take you to the. I'll take you to the Hamptons.
Not gonna
he hopes a gator bites you in Florida. That's what.
not
that's
gonna
what he's
fly and go get it.
I'll fly you out, Ben.
No, you're not gonna fly out and go get it.
We know you got the money,
No,
Rich
no,
Kage.
I'm rich now, so I can fly.
Hey,
to that.
you better fly in first class.
Pay for the flight.
Jordan knows if I fly there, I got to quarantine with him for 3 days.
Yeah, that's what he's hoping for too. He's like, yeah, come quarantine with me.
Get the fuck out of me.
Yeah, but
That's
you
wild.
can stay at my house.
Oh yeah, he's hoping you quarantine with
right.
him. Yeah.
She got her makeup and her dresses.
Okay.
So
Alright.
she had to
That's a
stick
cool
her-
Graga skin, Chris.
she stick it on
I
her.
don't think I said anything yesterday, but I like it.
They can't see you,
I
Tati.
like it.
So why you move back? The camera is over here facing me. You move at the camera. She saw my.
What is happening? Seen the light on. She was like, "Oh shit!"
She just bought naked in
She looked at my screen and she see like the camera, so she jumped back, like like how like animals like they feel attacked, and so they jump back to get ready. She did that shit. I'm like, dog, what you doing?
Like a gazelle or something.
Gazelle.
Fucking Dark's
They
favorite
go down by
animal,
the
dog.
water and the crocodile like jumps out the water.
Like a alligator in the zoo.
Yeah.
Sound like Lenny, like an alligator and
Like a
Choo Choo
tiger in
Nesbies.
like a Choo Choo Nesby in the your mama's house.
All right, let's do this shit. What, like 30 minutes, maybe an hour? What y'all think? How y'all feeling? What y'all
5
think?
hours.
5.
They gonna spend 30 minutes on Genshin alone. So I mean,
yeah,
Y'all ain't gonna spend 30 minutes.
I'm gonna say because Ben hasn't watched it, so John is just gonna. Well, if he's not eating, what if we do it during when he's eating? What's more important, eating or Genshin, John? What's it gonna be? 1.4 or that burrito you ordered?
Yeah.
Decisions.
1.4 burritos.
1.4 burritos.
I said, wait, is he talking? Did he get his food that quick?
Nah, I think he just that's
I think
probably
he
just
got it.
background noises.
I think he got food. He got his food. Damn.
yeah,
All right. Well, just say I know I've been recording for the last 3 minutes, so all that shit has been captured.
Wow.
I mean,
Yeah, same here. It's been like the last 6 minutes for me.
I can
I
cut
did
it
not
out.
give you
I can
express
cut it out
written
if.
percent.
Yeah, I didn't electronically sign anything. So
Yeah, you did when you said I want my $5. You were bullying me into actually doing the
That's
podcast. So
Nah,
You know what?
that's
That's despite what you might
Let's
think,
see.
that's actually not how that works.
No,
Let's see if
how
that'll
that
hold up in
works.
court, Leak. Let's see if that'll hold up in court. Dog.
Listen,
since this isn't the first time I sent a video to Jordan, I'm okay with this. So
I ain't talking homie court either.
that's fine. Be like, Your
I
Honor,
don't think it is. When you're
I have
in
video
jail.
proof. They drove me to do it. They bullied me so much that I didn't have a choice but to record
Bully?
them before the podcast for the podcast. So here we are. All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the new and improved, hopefully rebooted FnG podcast. How we doing? We got Jay Kage with us. What's going on, bro? How you doing? Say what's up to the people.
I'm just gonna do it because Ben gonna say shit. Yeah.
Jay Kage here, only one with the camera on because he a real one. We also got Chris, aka Black Gohan, right there. Night Raven, yeah, I guess.
Yo, what it do? What it do?
We got Alliance of Some, aka Black Go Tanks, right there, giving you the peace sign. Say what's up.
Sorry, I'm watching Genshin stuff.
Damn. We also got Dark with the dancing chick. I forgot her name. Say what's up, Dark.
Hey, everybody, want to wish everyone a happy Women's Month this month.
Oh my God, bro.
Don't forget. But yeah, happy to be here.
Don't forget. Don't forget what?
Women's Month. Don't forget your
Oh,
responsibilities. You know.
Okay. We also have John, aka Digital Storm, aka Black Android 21, who's a Majin, but I don't know if he's here yet.
I'm here. I got my food. I'm a happy boy.
Yeah, this cheese is not melted.
All right. So, first podcast, we're going to fill it out. We might keep this many people. The people might rotate. We don't know. We're just getting a feel for it because we got so many
subjects.
Yeah, based on the subjects and who's free that day. Fucking John might not be here and Gabby might be here or vice versa. I don't know. But yeah, how's everybody doing? How was the work week? Let's talk. Let's chill out for a minute and then get into the shits, I guess. So
I can't really say names about my job because HIPAA laws. But yeah, fuck my job. That's all I have to say. I could get in trouble for that shit.
Yeah, you should definitely probably not do that then. Probably.
Yeah. And you on camera? Yeah, you probably shouldn't.
Yeah.
My boy.
I mean, we
don't want to say anything.
We do got an edit button, so I mean.
No, it's fine. I'm not gonna say no names. I'm just saying like I can't really say anything because of HIPAA. So
yeah. No, I respect it.
I'm also got some HIPAA-ish, but you know.
You definitely can't say nothing, dog. You definitely.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, my phone.
Still out here. There you go. Roland is still out.
The fucking year, bro. It's fucking wild. All right, so first podcast, I really don't have a lot. I started to write down an outline of what to talk about, and then I got distracted with work. But if I'm not mistaken, the homie John gave me an outline, and if I can just find that shit real quick, y'all can talk amongst yourselves while I try to find it. Oh, damn, I found it already. Got it. All right, well, John,
what's up?
Do we want to talk about Attack on Titan right now? How we feeling about season 4 right now? You want to talk about
go for it.
WandaVision, seeing that it's fresh and all right, Attack on Titan season 4. How are we feeling about the new season right now? Are we upset and outraged that Mappa used CGI instead of hand drawing and bleeding on the paper? I want to see blood, sweat, and tears.
Because people are stupid about that. I don't understand why they
let my boy finish. Damn.
He kept stopping, nigga. He kept stopping. I was trying to go ahead, but
build up the suspense.
So go ahead, little nigga. Go ahead.
Damn, I'm little nigga now. It really be like that sometimes. But are we upset about them using CGI instead of painstakingly drawing and bleeding on the pages to give us these beautiful, crisp drawings? Are we satisfied with how they're taking the source material? I just started reading that shit not too long ago, so I feel like this doing a good job. But if we're only getting 16 episodes, they're kind of taking their time. So how do y'all feel? How we feel about the season so far? How you feel about the animation? Let's start with that.
Well, Jordan, since you interrupted, you might as well go first.
Yeah, you might as well, dog.
That the animation is perfectly fine for me. Like, there's a lot of like animes I watch with CGI, so it doesn't bother me. But the people who complain that it's the worst thing that been incorporated in the anime is fucking stupid. Everything is perfectly fine. It actually like give more texture to me for the Titans, especially when it came down to the Eren and the Warhammer fight. I liked it a lot. It's enjoyable. And for just like there's nothing wrong with it. It's just people being butthurt because it's not what they used to and shit like that. And it's fucking stupid. It's all crybaby pussy ass 16 years old. They do what they like. When it comes down to it,
really feel.
I was just about to say that.
Yeah, I stay with your chest.
I can't really say that because Leak might get canceled because of the podcast.
We have an edit button. We have an edit button, dog. I'll fucking flag the time and I'll just fucking delete that shit.
No, but for real, like everything's perfectly fine. It's just like the people who's not used to the characters looking a certain way and the animation just taking a slight difference from the previous like season. But overall, the animation is perfectly fine. It's going by the source material, which some animes don't fucking normally do recently. Now they always try to take bits and pieces and try to skip out or shorten out the fucking action stuff just to rush it to get it out there because everybody's fucking bitching about it. But animation is perfectly fine and the storyline is wonderful.
I mean, for me personally, I didn't mind the animation. I thought it was fucking sweet because correct me if I'm wrong, didn't Broly and Resurrection F have CGI in it as well?
All three movies did it. Battle Gods, Fukasa no F, and Broly movie. They all had CGI in it, and it was nothing wrong with
I
it
thought it was
at all.
fucking sick. I thought it looked dope as fuck, but that's just me. What about you, John? How you feeling about it?
Like Jordan, I honestly don't care because I actually watch anime because I feel like the people who are complaining about the CGI, they're like the what is it called? The 2K and the Call of Duty fanboys, but of the anime world. They only watch one or two animes. They probably watch One Piece and Naruto, and then it's like, oh, Attack on Titan, yeah, let me watch that or whatnot. But I've been watching anime for only God knows how long, and CGI in animes is nothing new to me. And I honestly, I would say that Mappa CGI in Attack on Titan season 4 is not even lying, is one of the best CGIs I've seen in anime. So that's why it's like don't understand why people don't like it or they're giving them so much shit over it.
Uh,
But
Like
my only issue with season 4 is
mm,
that I hope Attack on Titan just doesn't is not incomplete. Like it becomes an incomplete anime. Cause the only thing we've heard about is that season 4 is 16 episodes, and we're getting close to that mark where it's like I think tomorrow, because this is a Saturday we're recording this. Tomorrow, I believe, episode 12 comes out. And me and Jordan are fully caught up on the anime. From what we know from the anime is nowhere close to being done. And we only have
oh
four
yeah.
episodes left. And I did see something about like Netflix Japan teasing something or whatnot about Attack on Titan, but don't know if that's season 4, part 1 coming to Netflix or is part 2 going to be on Netflix? Is there going to be a movie? Hell, is there going to be a live action at this point? Like, no one knows.
I don't want live action. Ew.
Yeah, let's hope not. Can we say no to live action? No.
let's not want that. What about you, Dark? Have you been watching it? Have you?
Yeah, I just work Tuesday, so I can't watch it with you guys Tuesday night. That's why.
Got
Yeah,
you.
but no, I'm up to date or whatever. It's just, I mean, I think the CGI was fine. I just think it's like a lot of you guys mentioned, just people who maybe aren't used to it, and then they were like expecting something different, and all of a sudden this big old CGI, and you're like, wait, what's that? You know what I mean? So just, and then how the Twitter, people get involved with it, so it's like it sounds a lot worse, and people
Yeah.
kind of just bandwagon the idea, and it kind of just snowballs from there. But
Mm.
I didn't have a problem with it, and I thought it was
Why?
actually it was well done in my opinion of CGI. But I'm used to seeing CGI, in anime here or there.
Mm.
But I just think it was overreaction by people who weren't used to seeing it, and it kind of just snowballed the whole idea and the rage.
Got you. So, do you want? Would you rather? Would you prefer like a second half of the season, or would you rather like a 2.5 hour movie to finish it off?
Me
Um,
personally, you wanna go, John? Go.
I don't really know, to be quite honest, because it's like, and it depends on how far they go with part 1.
Mm.
Because like I know we talked to Josh about this. That is like it is possible for them to do it if like I have my suspicions or like I have a theory on where the final scene is going to be in episode 16. So if my guess is correct,
Mm.
I could potentially see like a 2.5 hour movie happening to finish it all off. But personally, I don't want that. Like, if it's a movie, I'm gonna watch it regardless.
Yeah.
But I'm perfectly fine with watching episode after episode every week or whatnot. But at this point, I just want to see. I just want to see the story just finish. Like we did not wait 4 years for season 2, and then get season 3. Season 3 get broken up into 2 parts, and then a whole nother studio change for Attack on Titan to just end with just 16 episodes in season 4. So at this point, just give me whatever, bro. As long as it looks good, I'm fine.
Yeah, I feel you.
I think that's the reason why they probably changed studios, because they knew they was gonna get the heat for it, and they're doing like just a 16 episode season for the final part and shit. That studio didn't want to take the heat for it, so they said, "Hey, have Mappa do it."
You think
But
they're gonna split up the season to like give the second half of the season to a different company? Is that what you're saying?
oh no, the company before, that's the reason why they probably gave it to Mappa, because they knew how people were gonna feel about it. He tried to get them like a short like season about it, or split it up. But I think most likely they probably gonna split it up, because I'm perfectly fine for waiting, because nigga, that's all we fucking do when come out of anime is just wait for them to come out and shit. And like, what they gonna do? Just drop it on Netflix like for the movie, or drop it like in theaters? And based on it, Japan actually is just gonna get it first. They're gonna wait even longer for it and shit. Except for like, if we have streaming sites, and most niggas not gonna buy it, like pay for the streaming site to
These
watch
are
it.
facts.
So they're gonna be bummed about it. But I believe they might just do the 2 part and shit. Just leave on the cliffhanger on like what me and John both predict is gonna be, is with the blip come through, or when that person get his shit like knock off and stuff, and then transition to the that special place, if you know what I'm talking about, John,
Yeah.
and shit like that. That's gonna be the cliffhanger for that part. Then they're gonna be like part 2 coming fall
2024.
yeah.
Real quick, bro, that would be so fun. Bro, so many people be mad. Like the part that you think is gonna happen, that would be so fire if they leave it right there. But it will
Yeah.
piss so many people off.
Yeah, because like especially for manga readers, we gonna be like, oh fuck, but we know what's going on. But anime only, they gonna see that scene and be like, wait, the season's over. This is the last of the episode. Then like at the end of credits, come back in 2021 fall or winter and shit to start it
Yeah.
back up, because that's when they came out for the part 1 of season 4.
I feel you. I would say for me personally, I kind of wouldn't mind a movie, but at the same time, thinking about it, I think I would prefer them to keep doing episodes. If they do a movie, then you gotta squeeze everything in there, bro. We only got this amount of time. You gotta squeeze it in there. Where with episodes, you can kind of, I mean, you still have to squeeze shit in, but I feel like they have a little more leeway with episodes in the movie. But I wouldn't be mad at a movie. I think an Attack on Titan movie would be dope to close it out. So I don't know. That's just me though.
If I say they do the Attack on Titan movie, you waiting longer for it to come out.
I mean,
So it
they
might be
would
an
have
extra 2 years.
I would assume they would have started by now and just not said anything if they were going to do it.
That's true, because they did that for the Broly movie. Like
Yeah.
during the middle of the Tournament of Power, they was just fucking doing the Broly movie. That's why all the good like certain like episodes was shitty, and because they had all the good animators at that point during the movie for Broly. Then you could see like when it changed for certain episodes if the animator came back for that episode and shit.
Got you. All right. Well, since we're talking about anime, let's stay on the topic. Jujutsu. How we feeling about Jujutsu, bro? I
Anime
had
of the year.
Yes, sir.
bro. I had
fire dog. Just mad good.
I had to binge to catch up to these mofos so we could watch it together. They're gonna make a joke because I didn't like it within the first like half of the first episode. I'm like,
Yeah, you're trash for thinking
I'm
like
not, I'm not
same
feeling
way.
it, bro. I'm like,
Yeah,
it's not.
it took me a second. Yeah,
It's not
exactly.
hitting that spot for me. And then shit popped off, and I'm like, all right, I'm here now.
Yeah, I think it was like after episode like 4 or 5, I was like hooked. I was like, I'm watching.
Yeah,
all
it took an episode for me too. Yeah,
Yeah,
I like the art style, but I didn't. Yeah, but it didn't
I
grab me until.
love
And that's the thing
the art style.
Yeah,
That's the
I was
thing about it.
thinking
It's by
same thing. Love the art
Mappa
style.
too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mappa.
Oh, yeah, that
and
is
they
right.
just
Yeah.
get nothing but praise from it.
Yeah.
Yo,
Whereas
people.
every episode of Attack on Titan comes out, the Attack on Titan fanboys are upset about something.
Bro,
Shitting on it, dog.
people are so fickle.
I'm so
Yeah.
happy to finally see like a academy or like school anime, school related anime turn into
So-
like just a few characters rather than like
A whole
60
class.
characters. Yeah, exactly. So I'm pumped that you get to like throughout the anime you've been able to see like each of the characters in like different moments in like what 20 episodes so far, you know?
Mhm.
So I think it's mad cool that that's, you know, popping off and you've only met like 10 characters, you know? I think it's pretty sick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it works for this because it's like,
Mhm.
even though it is a quote unquote high school, excuse me, but the only thing is that it's like both, because we're the part where like there's the two high schools battling each other. But the thing is, as you see, each high school has like 5 students. Like,
Yes.
and the question is, how do they keep their lights on? You have 5 students. Like the school that the main character is part of, before he decided to, I don't know if we're gonna talk spoilers or whatnot, but I mean it's episode 1 or whatnot. But before he ate the thing, the finger to get the mofo inside his body, his school was only gonna have 2 freshmen. It's like, how they
Wait,
keeping
what?
the lights on?
I completely missed that. Wait, 2 freshmen?
Yeah,
I
there was
don't-
two-
Yeah.
I don't
yeah.
remember this at all.
No, because the dude that can summon shimigamis and
Megami.
the girl
Yeah,
with
girl.
the hammer, my girl, both of them
My
were guaranteed
girl.
to be freshmen or first years or whatnot, and then I'll piss everybody off.
Oh, okay. You talking about the Jujutsu school? I thought you meant the school he
Yeah.
was going to before.
No,
I'm
no,
like,
no,
wait,
no, not the
what?
school that he was part of. No.
Oh, no,
The
no,
one
no.
that he transferred to.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about now. Got it. I'm like, wait, I missed that
'Cause-
completely.
Because the main freshman was just Megami by himself, but
Yeah.
they got
Yeah.
like Nabara Liddy about like 2 or 3 weeks before they met Ikadori, and she was just transferring over there at that time before the whole shit went down. And like Gojo's like, you know what? Since you ate that shit, you with us. He like, I bet, no other choice.
Either you're with us
And, like-
or we kill you.
Because they if I remember, they're on the Tokyo side, so it's 3 freshmen. It is Maki, Ikamaki, Panda, and Utah. That's only 4 hey baby, it's only 4 second class and like 3 third class like later on.
The fact
How about you put it on?
she comes in with the chips off camera. Yeah.
Oh, no, it's a dress.
Oh, okay. I thought it was chips.
Oh.
I like how she just comes off camera here. But
Yeah,
what about you? What about you, Ben? You the only one that ain't saying nothing. What about you? What say you, sir?
About jujitsu?
Yeah.
I think it's pretty good. I think it's a good mix of like 3 or 4 other anime that I really enjoy. But in a good way, like I don't think they're ripping anything off. It's just like they took a lot of really good elements of things that I don't necessarily always see done correctly.
Mm.
The show's got really good pacing too. I don't feel like they're going too fast. I don't feel like there's any real like slow points. They have this kind of like weird, I say weird just because I'm not sure how it's going to play out, but they have this like power creep thing going on where it's like I do kind of think that everybody's really, really strong, so I don't know how the progression is going to be. Like, are they going to actually get stronger, or is it just going to be more challenging and we're going to see them use the abilities they've already used just kind of better,
Yeah. That's
so
a good question.
That's kind of where I'm at.
I didn't think about that.
But no, yeah, I think it's good. I think it's great. Good enough that I bought like the first 6 books
Ooh.
yesterday.
You managed to get your hands on them? Oh my gosh.
Look at that.
Yeah, actually, and I messaged Jordan about it because I thought, like, of all people, Jordan would be happy, but of course, he didn't fucking say anything. So I don't know why I even tried.
Sounds like
you
him.
know?
Yeah.
He's not even here to defend himself.
Yeah, he's not.
Yeah.
It's okay. In the words of Superman 2, guilty.
Damn.
Can we just discuss the fact of like in most like shonen, the beginning or opening scenes are always like the main character just stumbling into a bad situation, and then they're like, "Yeah, by the way, I'm the main character." Like fucking Bleach
Yeah.
Ichigo, like
I did kind of want to. I thought this is where you were going, but
yeah.
kind of different. But like on a different
Oh,
note,
I already know what Ben about to talk about.
yeah, I am.
Yeah.
I am
I think I know
livid.
too.
I am so upset that the openings are they just give away so much information. I mean, we talk about it every
Oh,
week.
okay.
And
So
Every
that's
time we watch it.
why.
the actual
Mm.
opening.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I mean, definitely watch the show. Definitely enjoy the show. But don't think too hard about the opening. Don't even watch it if you don't have
I
to.
say
Yeah.
watch it once just to
Yeah,
hear
I've
the
watched it,
song, but then after
Mhm.
that, just skip it. That's what I do.
Yeah,
I watch
yeah.
shit
Yeah,
once,
I don't
and
watch
then
it.
I'm just like, I just want to get back to that. So,
Yeah,
To be
don't.
honest, I just think
don't
they should.
analyze
It's
the
dumb
opening.
because like the opening is so good. Like
it is.
the
It
song
is.
is great,
Mhm.
the sequence is great. It's animated so well. Like I want to watch it every week, but at the same time, it's like every time I see it, I'm like, that's weird, and then I'm like, oh, okay, because they just haven't showed it yet. Yeah, but they showed it in the opening. Great.
Cause like literally, it's like every episode that we watched, right? They do like they do like the little intro bit for like the episode, right? Based on
Mhm.
character. Then the intro come in and you see that scene happening. And they're like, oh my god, like Ben, like the
Yep.
panda episode. Ben did not notice the whole panda shit until it was panda episode, and
I absolutely noticed that
okay.
right
Somebody
from the
did
get-go.
no, because somebody didn't notice until that panda episode happened, and they
You know
saw
what I
him like, in his
also
gorilla
noticed
form.
in the episode that the most recent one we watched, because we're not caught up, is
Yeah.
I noticed dude clapping the whole time.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's
I noticed
funny.
that from the get-go. I was like, huh, I wonder why he's doing that. That seems weird. They're fighting and he's clapping. Must be his technique, must be related to what he does.
Well, they did reveal it in like the first episode of the.
Not like that, bro. If you watch
No, I
the
know, I
opening,
know, I know,
they
I know.
legitimately show exactly what his
Yeah.
ability is.
I got you, but I'm saying like when they first got into like the competition between the two classes,
Mm.
like his technique was kind of revealed because Itadori was like, "Did they just switch places?" Like,
Yeah, but
he was like,
that opening's been going since
Oh, yeah.
before the
"Yeah,
start
I
of
know, I
this.
know,
Yeah.
I know." I'm just saying. So you did get like a hint of it before it actually like happened, if that makes sense.
I listen, I'm okay with a playful hint. If they had shown like him just like maybe just like his hands clapping or something, or like
Mhm.
you know what I
Not
mean,
his
like just show
whole
like
character, like
give me
reveal.
like a ooh, what's that? Why
Mm.
did they show that? Not legitimately like they show the dude clapping and people changing. Like
Mhm.
So would you prefer openings that just were off topic or just like not, like
I would
including
say
stuff from the arc, but you just like
either
it if
something that's
they
like
didn't.
loosely related,
I
or
wouldn't mind
what
that.
I've seen some shows do
Oh,
is
Yeah.
was actually
Yeah,
about
just
that.
completely opposite.
they'll show you like as the show comes out, they like
Mhm.
fill
Yeah.
stuff in,
Yeah.
and it's like I understand that's a ton of work, and like I
Yeah.
wouldn't ask for that of any company, but like that's also an option, is like
Yeah.
have a stripped down version of the opening that you just add to after things air.
Or just have it not have anything to do with that arc. You could just, I've seen people do that too, where it's just like the opening isn't,
Plenty of shows. Plenty of
yeah.
shows
Yeah, I
do
was
that.
gonna say plenty of shows
Like-
do like some like oddball like
Exactly,
they're
yeah.
at the mall, like like
Yeah.
And honestly,
yeah.
like
It's like villain of the
if
week
they
type
had that
stuff.
same like music over it, and they just did, cool stuff, like just show them like
Training
Bleach.
or
Bleach is
something.
such a good example. Like they just show them all dripped out, just doing stuff completely unrelated to the show. 90% of those openings had nothing to do with anything.
Mm-hmm. No reveals, no nothing. They're in like
Yeah,
Yeah.
street gear, like doing some crazy shit.
Mhm.
just doing whatever.
Mhm.
I
They
say-
kind of did that with opening one with Jujutsu, where they kept adding more characters and characters to it. Like after
Yeah.
you met them
Yeah.
and shit.
They did add it,
And
yeah.
they're
I was gonna say, didn't they do like shit that actually didn't happen in the first opening? Like homie chilling with homeboy at the school with everybody. That didn't happen because didn't he
Yeah, but-
blow up?
You're gonna have to be way more specific than
they
that.
talk about
The
they
dude
talk,
that-
he talk
Nori,
about
The dude
No,
that the
he's
Stitch face
Junpei.
mofo used to
oh,
manipulate.
him.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh.
Well, that
Yeah.
wasn't. I didn't. I guess I didn't view that as like, oh, he was gonna become one of them.
I
Like,
did.
and I think Jordan pointed it out when we were talking about it. Is like he's like crying.
Yeah.
He's not like happy and with them. That's not like a good scene.
No. It was Ikadori. Like at the end of the
Yeah, that's
opening,
Yeah.
he saw him cry. Like you realize, okay, Junpei,
He's
somebody's
like,
about to die and stuff. It was
I
Junpei
didn't. I thought homie was with them. I was like, oh damn. Oh, now I
because
know
I
like
they're
think that was
gonna.
just foreshadowing in the opening.
I thought
Yeah.
it was like, oh, homie's gonna be bad, and then he's Vegeta. Come over
but
to
again,
our
like
side,
something
bro.
like
Come to the
that
school.
to me, something like that is perfectly valid and a good thing to do. Is like got you thinking, maybe, and it kind of like tricked you a little bit. Like,
Yeah, it
oh,
did. It
this,
definitely got me.
this is gonna happen, then it doesn't happen. Like, I'm cool with that. Do that. Just don't give
Yeah.
away the
was like
half
the
the season. Like, it's such
Yeah.
major plot points.
Reveal big components of the show, like
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
people's techniques, different characters, foreshadowing things that you can kind of pick up on. Like, I
Well,
think it's also hard to kind of like
Yeah. It's
advertise and like also
Mm-hmm.
make it seem relevant and like popular or
Or tease people.
enjoyable.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and like I think that tease is kind of like, oh shit, like let's find out what happens next. Like
Yeah, but
Yeah.
the opening isn't a trailer for the show. It's the
I know.
opening. If you
But
watch
to some
it,
people it
it's
is
because you're
though,
already
unfortunately.
I'm
watching.
saying people are looking forward to that stuff later on. You know what I mean? Like it might not happen in the episode
Yeah,
that you're watching.
and that's what I
but,
mean is like the foreshadowing elements. I'm
Mhm.
not as upset about. It's the just like literal like shot for shot. This is what this character does. This is
Yeah.
what this character does. Like that's to me that's just unnecessary.
yeah.
Mhm.
Now, which would y'all prefer? Prefer where like say a Bleach opening, or do like what me and Ben talked about earlier this week, where it's like we're noticing in this season of anime, probably happened before, but I've really noticed it this season where we have ReZero Part 2 and
Yeah, I forgot we
Talentless.
talked about this.
Not
What is the name of Talentless?
Goblin reincarnation.
Godless
Yeah,
Reincarnation.
Oh,
reincarnation,
Goblin.
where like they don't even have an opening.
Yeah,
Period.
Old.
It's
they don't
just
have
the
an
opening.
actual.
I would
sequence.
prefer not an
Yeah.
opening period. It
Yeah, I
just
don't mind,
fucking
yeah,
starts.
just
like
Like-
like
it's opening.
Jobless has an OP, like they have a song that plays, but they put content in during that. Like
Okay, yeah.
it's not just, oh, you're watching this. You're just kind of hearing it while things are happening on screen. I thought that was great. Like personally, I loved that.
Yeah, gives it a more like
But
a more.
I
I know
honestly would much.
ReZero did it. Like I don't. I just only started watching Jobless because y'all are watching it. But I know, what you call. I keep up with ReZero, and I'm pretty sure the reason why they decided to not do an opening for part 2 was because like in season 1 and especially in season 2 part 1, they had to cut some stuff out, or like they couldn't really spend a lot of time explaining it because like a lot of stuff is going on, so it's just trying to just fit as much as you can in a 26-minute, well really you can say like a 24-minute episode if you don't count the opening. Then if
Yeah.
you count the ending, then it's really like 22 minutes, so it's like they're trying to
Mm.
cram so much stuff into 22 minutes. Towards like in part 2, they just said, fuck a opening, fuck a outro. We're using the full 26 minutes to
Mhm.
explain everything that's going on.
And I mean, think about that. Like on a 13 episode season, that's a whole nother episode you get.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that's huge. That's so
Mhm.
much. You guys were just talking about Attack on Titan. Like imagine if they never did that and they always just had it was content start to
Yeah,
finish.
just
Like
yeah.
it wouldn't even be a discussion. I feel like it'd be so much further ahead. They'd be able to tell that story so much more efficiently.
Speaking about that, bro,
Uh,
Ben, if you actually watch Attack on Titan, you would be so upset about Attack on Titan because it's
For the
like,
same
Yeah.
reason.
Well,
yes, if you
Oh,
think
yeah.
Junie
if you
Tyson is
read
bad,
the-
Attack
Oh
on
my
Titan is
good, yeah.
worse.
if you
I would
read
say-
Attack on Titan, if
Yeah,
you
if you
only
read Attack
watch
on
it,
Titan, the stuff that they put is wild.
yeah, if you
Like-
only watch it like how I was, like the shit that they were showing means absolutely nothing to you. But apparently, if you read the shit, it's like, yo, why are they putting this in here?
Yeah, like see, I remember I remember when season 3 first came out and like the outro was out, they showed something that literally just happened in the manga, like probably like 2 chapters before season 3 started. They put it in the outro, and where the anime was at that time, they're nowhere close. Matter of fact, we're still no. They just got to that part. Like they just got to that part that they showed off. And I'm like, what are they doing?
What are you doing?
Even like in part 4 ending, they showed the thing.
Part 4
ju-
ending is wild.
Yeah, and like when Falco's doing it because they all like they said
They keep showing
connected.
it.
Yeah. I'm like, oh no, y'all niggas
They-
are doing too much.
They
Stop
just gonna
this shit.
stop.
Like,
It's part of the closing, bro. It's like, oh no, we gotta, I gotta
change
take
that
that
shit.
off. Delete, erase it.
Change
The only
that
thing
shit.
I don't understand with like openings and closings and shit is that like why is the ending always like the oddball like it's just
Yeah.
off the chain, like not related to
The
the
wind down.
show, like
It's a
yeah,
Yeah,
cooldown
like,
because
pad.
it's
the
bringing you
cooldown,
down. It's
exactly.
like, oh, calm
But
down.
I'm saying
cooldown.
it's like what's the difference? Is it because no one watches the ending? Like does no one
Yeah.
really go through it and watch it? But I feel
That's
like they
what I
always
do.
animate like a funny joke at the end, like in fucking Demon Slayer, like in Jujutsu, like
yeah.
they always do like those like 30-second like reels of like, well, this is
Oh,
what
yeah.
happened, like
I think
like,
it's like
and they, like
how it's shown in Japan, like what time it comes on. Maybe if it's
Mhm.
like in the morning with like maybe
At
not
this point,
cartoons,
too,
but
like,
anime for kids. Maybe
I
it's
have to
something that
imagine a
kids
lot of
can
it
watch.
is just
advertising
tradition
and stuff.
too.
Yeah.
Like it's just been that way
Mm-hmm.
forever. And
yeah, I agree.
I'm not
Agree.
saying that it's the correct choice or that I like it or anything like that.
Yeah.
But it's
Could be
just like
marketing.
That's
I
just the
can't
way
even
it
think
is.
of an anime that didn't do that.
Yeah, a lot
That's
of
what
it.
I'm saying. Why don't they do that in the opening too? Like, why do they
Yeah.
find such a need to reveal things in an opening or to like we were talking about before, kind of advertise the season? Like, you know what I mean?
Yep.
I
To
don't
be honest,
understand
like the
versus
only
the
thing I
ending.
could think of is if it's just meant to get you hyped up for the episode, which
Mhm.
Yeah,
fine,
essentially,
like
yeah.
So they
maybe
reveal like the
and
biggest things
who
that
am I,
happen
like
or whatever.
honestly, like some of these companies they've probably done research and statistics that
Oh, yeah.
prove that
Yeah, I
like
think it's a marketing
hey,
thing.
if you
for
put
sure,
all
yeah.
this in the opening, like people get extra hype and watch your show, and makes people want to binge to find out if you're new, if it's already, you know what I mean, like if the season's already
Mm.
over and you're coming to it late,
Mhm.
whatever it might be.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, I'm not willing to say that doesn't work that way. It's just
Yeah.
personal
Yeah.
feelings.
It's just
I'm not a fan.
yeah,
Mhm.
just certain things work for certain
Respect it.
shows. Yeah.
Like for like Dragon Ball Super, like the second half of the Tournament of Power, they was putting like previews of the episode like
Yeah.
before the intro, and niggas like, what the
Yeah,
fuck are
it's
you
like, what are you
doing?
doing?
Like, it's like they put like 3 or 4 scenes in it, and niggas like, okay, I already know the fucking thing. Then you put the title on it, and they're like, okay, you just made it more fucking obvious for it
Yeah.
and shit.
That's what I mean. I feel like they try to like
Try
put
something
it
different.
in there to be like, hey, like this is what you got to look forward to. Like, don't know when it's gonna happen and what episodic kind of order they're going in, but like, like this
Yeah.
guy's got that move, and you're gonna see it sooner or later. Like,
Yeah.
Got the
It's like
moves.
it's like old Naruto. Yeah, titles would just
yeah,
still
I
work
think
too.
they just try to hype it up. Like they just try to get people like pumped and like get people excited for the next
I'd be,
They
season.
all-
I really would be willing to bet that there's some sort of study that's
Mhm.
proven that like that's a way to either maintain viewership or
Yeah.
Mm,
get people interested. Is
Yeah.
like
Yeah. It's like the Law and Order like cold opens for like serialized shows like that or cop shows. Like you got to start with like the crime in the body, otherwise people won't sit down and watch. It's just like that's how it has to be. And all those shows like that do that, where it's like you come in, it's like the first scene is always like like what happened, or like some body is either just been found or about to be found. It's like that's just how they do it. It's like it just works. So
Yeah.
it has to be
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah.
I think it's effective if you like what they do with like the Jujutsu Scroll and shit. What other shows? This show like Hunter x Hunter did it with they had to go on and kill ball skit and shit, and they start
Yeah.
talking about the characters and shit. Naruto did it.
Like,
Naruto did it
homage.
too. Naruto did it a lot. Yeah.
And beginning Shippuden, they would have the little side things and shit, but they
Mhm.
talk about the characters. They did like the tests and stuff and shit like that. But like, then
Yeah.
I guess people just got annoyed with it because it's like we really don't give a fuck. They skip it. Like soon as
But
the
some
like
kids
the
liked it
episode
though.
is-
Yeah, the little kids liked it.
Well,
But
what
it's
if we
also
like
like you said
related it to
the
like
time slot.
like
Yeah.
what if we related it to like actual shows, like not
Yeah.
just anime? Like,
Yeah.
think of like other
I
reveals.
mean,
that
what
people,
other
like, that
shows
other
do that though? I can't personally
There's
think
an
of any
opening
other
for every show like in
Well,
existence. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like there a lot of shows do that, but I'm saying they
I mean-
always try to like reveal something about the episode or reveal something like suspense like that you can look forward to in the season. Like and like I feel like they
Mhm.
always try to like sneak something in there that people aren't really worried about, but they're like, oh wow, like when's that coming? Like like when
Yeah.
got to be prepared for that. Like or like whatever. I don't know.
I don't know.
But
I
I
feel
mostly
like.
think they just do it.
Oh, go ahead,
Go ahead,
Jordan.
Lee.
No, you started first. Go ahead.
No, I know. Mostly like they do it is like to give you like info about like certain characters if people don't understand of what they're doing and shit. Like it's like one for like Hunter x Hunter Kill. They be like Hisako pop up and like niggas like okay who's Hisako? And they go over his background like what he did. Da, da, da. Oh, he's a Phantom Troop. He's like what he had like number 6 on his back. I couldn't remember.
Yeah, I think so. Something like
And
that.
shit,
right.
and then like the next episode, they show him like rip the shit off his or fucking back. Like, oh,
Mhm.
he's a Phantom Troop and shit like that. They try to
Yeah.
get like information, and people do not like really pay attention to it. They're like, okay, here's like the info you probably missed and
Mhm.
shit. Like little details so people would know about like Nin because they went over like different types of
Yeah.
Nin and shit and like that in the
But-
like in the ending.
Yeah, but I also think like when people are watching the opening versus watching the season, like some of that content isn't even like relative. Like they don't even like consider that a thing yet. Like like
Yeah,
we
but-
saw what's his name in Jujutsu. Like since we're on that topic, clapping, but like and he's like switching places. Like maybe what? No, I don't know what that means. Like you know what I mean? But then like
No.
you get a taste of it, and you're like, oh shit, they reveal like oh, I'm an idiot. Like
Mm.
like I saw it. Like I get it, but.
I don't know.
It's just like things like that
Yeah.
that doesn't really necessarily
Yeah.
matter.
It
Sometimes.
didn't spoil me, but I didn't analyze the opening like that. I didn't like dissect it. I
Yeah.
watched it like once, maybe twice, and never
Uh-huh.
focused on it again. I mean the song is good, but I didn't really really. But I know not to because it will, they will spoil you. Yeah, for sure.
I feel like a lot of shows do openings, but like thinking of like sitcoms and stuff like that, they'll take like a small part of like an episode from like the beginning of the season, and it'll just be in the opening until a new season or until they decide to do another opening, if they do another opening. But
Mhm.
hearing you guys talk about it, I just thought about it. Fucking Rick and Morty, their opening, a lot of the shit that they show never happened.
And that's
It's
why,
just
yeah. And that's
wild
why.
random shit.
The opening is like its own little story. Like,
Yeah,
it's like
really
its own
is,
little
yeah.
episode. Like, but that's what I'm saying. Like sometimes like it just doesn't matter, and I would rather see more of that where it's
Yeah,
like
I would rather
content
see
where
that.
it's not really relative, or like like in most of the closings where it's like they reveal like different art styles, different like them going to the mall, like stuff that they wouldn't ordinarily do, and like I think that's much cooler
That's
when they
fair.
do shit like that versus anything else.
That's fair.
Or like
I was gonna
in
say, I'm like, I don't really watch regular TV all like that because
mm,
regular TV is boring. I don't want
Agreed.
to watch people in a goddamn hospital for 17 years. But from like off the top of my head, like shows that I actually genuinely watch or like sitcoms, I'm like, they either straight up don't have an opening or it has like nothing to do with the story itself, or it'll be like generic to like what the show is about.
Yeah, they're just
'cause I
like
know
Mhm.
they're looking
Grown-ish was
off
kind of
screen,
like that.
and then they turn and face the camera and then
Yeah.
smile.
No, not even
Yeah.
like that. It was just like
There
because I would
isn't an
say
opening, really.
for that, my example for that is Grownish. And
Yeah.
it's like the show about Grownish is like one of the characters from Blackish
Mhm.
going to college and
Yeah, I
her
watched it.
meeting like her college friends or whatnot. And it's like the
Yeah.
opening is just the college lifestyle. Had nothing that was shown into it was like it wasn't no like in episode 5 Brad is going to ask Lucy out. Like it wasn't nothing like that. It's just like, oh, we're taking tests, parties, all like that, hanging out with friends, meeting people, just like that. Just it's relevant, but not relevant at the same time.
So one good like opening and closing like rendition of like what I can enjoy is like Demon Slayer. Demon Slayer and the like I think it was the closing. There was where like all the what you call it, Hashiras were like standing on like a rock, but they're all blacked out. And
That's
there's like
that's the opening.
huh?
It was the opening.
Yeah, it was the opening. Okay,
Mhm.
yeah. So like
Yeah.
you don't know who those people are. Like it to me, I was like, oh shit, like who are all those dudes? Like
Yo, you
oh
want me to be
no, like
100%
are those
with you
all
right now? I ain't
evil
even
dudes?
noticed them there, bro.
That's what I mean. Exactly. Like you
Yeah,
didn't.
it goes
They
by.
just weren't important because you had no cause for concern. Like you know what I mean. You didn't know who they were. You didn't care who they were. Like it just didn't matter to you. You know.
Yeah,
And
because
like
I think
things like that, I feel like that's way more enjoyable in a lot of scenarios versus, it being anything else.
no, because I think I caught it like in the second time I watched the opening because I caught
Mhm.
like I rewatched the first episode like twice. Then like I didn't pay attention until the second one. I realized it was just Giro with a bunch of shadow figures. Then I watched the first opening again the first time. And you see it showed Giro. I believe it showed Giro with them. I'm like, okay. Then as the Shinobu came in, she popped up, and I'm like, okay, these is just higher up like Demon Slayer niggas. Like maybe they'll pop up sooner or later. They pop up and they all felt in like on the last
Mhm.
episode.
That's
I'm
what
like, oh,
that's
okay.
what I was saying earlier. Is
Yeah,
like there's
mhm.
plenty of shows that do that where it's not that they don't show anything, but they
Mhm.
kind of like limit and they make like more of a custom opening
Mhm.
for until things happen and then they can fill that
Then
in.
they reveal. Yeah, I
Yeah,
agree.
JoJo's real good at that. Part 3, 4, and 5 did that.
Like if they
Yeah.
did that with Jujutsu, this wouldn't even be a discussion. Like
Yeah, I agree. I feel like a majority of the time though, I was just trying to say that those are like my favorite openings, where it's like they leave you to like question what some stuff is and like don't reveal anything, and then you're just like, oh okay, like shit, that's okay, that's who those people are, or that's what that is.
I legit never even
I would
know
say
this
before we
motherfucker
hop off this
standing there.
I
Yeah,
would just say
we've been here
that
for a minute.
yeah.
I
Yeah.
agree.
I would say before we hop off it, I'd recommend JoJo just purely off this sense of that. Because like I said, in my opinion, in talks of where like they show a snippet of it, but then like later as the season goes, then they show the full part of it. In my opinion, so far, JoJo has done it the best. Because it'll
Mhm.
be like it does like how Ben once, where it's like it shows like a little snippet of it, but you don't really know what it is about, or like they'll have the villain in there, but because we don't know what the villain looks like, they're not
Uh-huh.
going to show his face. But
Yeah.
then then like the episode after the villain's face gets revealed, now all of a sudden he's plastered all over the intro until the end of the season.
Yeah,
Mhm.
because it was a part. It was JoJo Part 5, second opening. It
Yes.
was Diavolo. They would show his stand because his stand popped up at the end of the first at the end of the first half of Part 5, but it would show just a silhouette of like the boss. I'm just gonna call him the boss. And you're like, okay, it's a black figure, and his King Crimson keep popping up. You know, see Diavolo until like the end of fucking the second part of Part 5, and then they add him into it and shit like that. It was good because like they would keep like the suspense, like okay, that's this person's father, but that person don't even know what her father looked like, so they just going off of based off what she knows, and she don't know nothing about her dad. So it was just kept in the blank until she finally like saw him and shit for the first time.
Mm.
Yeah, I feel you. Well, staying on the topic of TV and shows, WandaVision. Fucking WandaVision, bro.
All I have to say, she wouldn't be famous if her sisters wasn't crackheads.
Damn.
What?
Fuck. Bro.
It's Women's Month, Jordan. Come on.
Bro.
On behalf of the league, I'm not gonna say anything foul.
Nah, go, bro. All right, so I want this podcast to be like how we normally bullying in the chat, just talking shit about each other and hanging out. Like it doesn't have to be this prim and proper.
okay. Fuck
Well, I'm only
Jordan,
gonna
then.
speak. Yeah,
Yeah.
fuck Jordan.
Jordan.
Because Dark said it's woman month,
Hey,
and
do you,
I know
Listen.
that is too far. But the topic of WandaVision it was fucking
It's
amazing.
fucking so, bro. It's so much better than I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah,
Like
a quick 9-episode.
I watched the
season.
first 2 episodes and I'm like, I don't know, Marvel, you're not really doing it for me. And then episode 3 came on. I was like, all right, hold on, wait, you might
Back it
have
up.
something here. Now I'm interested, bro. So good. 9 episodes. What, like?
Yeah.
I wouldn't even
That
say
British
like 30
style.
minutes.
Yeah.
30 minutes each episode.
Yeah.
It's not that long.
30
It's
minutes
so good.
to like season to like it was
Episode
1 to
8
6
and 9.
was yeah. No, 1 and 6, 1 through 6 was 30 minutes, about 40, whatever. Cause they can't.
Mhm.
You can realize it was like getting longer as the
Yeah, like
episode
Mandalorian
went
did.
through.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
it
and,
was
got
never
longer.
really past 30 minutes. It's like maybe just by a little
Well,
bit.
the last
but
episode.
about 40.
The
Yeah,
last
but that was
Yeah.
like 2-3
That was an
minutes
hour.
at max or whatnot.
Mhm.
But it's
No,
like
the last one
majority
was
of
only
that
40 something
outros-
minutes.
No, because I'm saying it's like, because if you look at each video of it, it would be like, oh, this episode 1 is like 40 something episodes. But then you watch the episode and then you realize it's like, oh, the actual episode ends at like 32
Like
minutes
23
in,
minutes.
and then the rest of it is just the credits. 'Cause,
Yeah,
you know,
credits
it's
and
Marvel.
artwork.
Marvel
yeah.
has like 15 minutes of credits.
Yeah.
Artwork and,
they-
everything. Yeah.
And then they throw in the mid credits and after credits.
Yeah.
But bro,
Yeah, like
so good. I Ben and fucking Chris, I definitely recommend watching it. It's so good.
Yeah, I'll eventually
Is-
binge it, but I
The-
just had no like reason to yet.
Now, are we gonna talk spoilers or no?
I don't
I
mind.
would say
You guys can if you want.
I'm gonna say I would probably say no. We can, and I can put like a timestamp of when to skip to if people don't want to hear the spoilers. I mean, if you don't want to hear the
Oh, I have to say
spoilers,
the first episode.
skip to this time here. Insert time here. And on the mic. All right. So fucking A, bro. Bro. I just want y'all to know I called the ending in my head because I didn't want to say anything. And I have a
Now,
theory.
what is yours? I
have a
got
theory.
a couple of theories.
I mean I have a few theories, but I have like my main theory with what's going to happen with Doctor Strange 2 is I think she's going to master that book. Like everything in that fucking book, I think she's going to master it, and I think something is going to happen I think something's going to happen where she's going to try to bring her kids back from like maybe herself in a different dimension that said fuck everybody. I'm going to keep my town. Fuck you. You just have to deal with my pain type shit. I think she's going to take them from there, or she's going to fuck something up, and she's going to need Doctor Strange's help to like learn how to like fuck with the multi-dimension shit, because Agnes says she's stronger than the Sorcerer Supreme, but he studied way more than she has, and he knows about multi-dimensions, and he fucked with Dormammu. So so my theory is she's going to fuck something up, and she's going to need Doctor Strange's help to either fix the multi-dimensions and connect them back together, or fuck it up and fucking let them be. Yeah, spread them out. Open wide.
My prediction was at the end of the episode 9, because you know how it was like it panned out. It did the 2 like credit shit, like secret credits. So I'm like thinking that the last credit is gonna pan to New York City, and Doctor Strange is like a Jedi. I mean, Star Wars shit. I feel a disturbance in the Force type shit and stuff. And it would have like pan to him, then pan to Wanda and shit, like doing her scene what she did like in the cabin. But I was wrong. Doctor Strange was not in it. But you could tell that the beginning of Doctor Strange is going to like Doctor Strange 2 is going to have to do with Wanda and shit, which is going to cause everybody know Tom Holland Spider-Man meet Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield Spider-Man and shit like that.
No, that's been
So
debunked. That's been
that'd be them
debunked.
up. Oh,
Yeah.
I'm
okay.
about
I
to say,
thought
they never confirmed them.
Yeah, it was never a
being in it.
yes.
It was
Mhm.
I mean, I think
it was
I'm
getting
gonna say I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know, but I believe Andrew Garfield and Emma Stone, and I think they were confirmed, but Tobey Maguire was not confirmed, or they couldn't get anything down. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't fully remember, but I know the dude that played Doc Ock is coming. Jamie Foxx is coming. I know that was definitely double confirmed, but I'm not sure about Andrew and Emma Stone. I remember hearing
Listen,
something.
all we need is Green Goblin anyway. All we need is William Dafoe.
I think yeah, they confirmed Willem Dafoe and stuff, Norman to be in it too. So I
Okay.
think Willem Dafoe is in it. So they probably will get the Tobey Maguire Remy Spider-Man, Sam Raimi shit.
Last I heard that they were trying to talk about pricing, but I don't know how. Take that
Listen.
with you what you will. So
Can we Carrie Fisher him or something? Like, do we really need him?
No,
I'm just being honest.
Leave him out of it.
Yeah, I'm
because
being
the
honest.
internet
Do we
got
really
him
need
thinking
him?
that he the best Spider-Man, and he is not.
He's not even
He's
close.
definitely not.
Toby?
Yes.
Yeah.
I like
So,
Toby, but he's
internet
not
got
the
them
best,
thinking that
bro.
Spider-Man 2 is the best movie. Stop it, bro.
Listen, Toby, you gonna wish he was Kuta Kinte. I'm not a fan of him. Didn't think he was a good Spider-Man. I'm just saying.
Tom Holland is by far the best Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, Tom Holland has
1000%.
it down. And I
everybody
understand
just go
recent bias, but
nostalgia,
he's
yo.
good.
His human being form fits the persona so well.
Exactly.
Like,
Yeah.
it just
Yeah.
makes sense. And
I think
I
Garfield
feel
was a good
like at the
actor, but he
time,
didn't really have
Tobey
the
was
look.
a good Spider-Man.
Yeah.
But
'Cause
my
we
thing is,
didn't
like, he
have
was
anything
not,
else.
He could not convince me he was Peter Parker.
Yeah, me neither.
Exactly.
That was like-
He wasn't
that's
funny
why
enough
I
for Peter.
hate
He wasn't
Spider-Man
innocent
2.
enough for Peter. Yeah, he wasn't.
He just seemed
Yeah.
like a nerd that was
Yeah.
like,
Whereas, I think Andrew
just didn't
Garfield
make
had it
sense.
down. Yeah. He
like
was
in the
okay.
comics.
Dude, Andrew Garfield.
Andrew Garfield was
he
good.
seemed like too much of a cool kid to me.
Yeah.
Like,
Agreed.
Peter
Agreed.
is not cool.
No.
It was polar opposites. That's what the problem was. They were
Yeah.
like, oh, we'll have nerd fucking Toby, and then they were like, oh, people didn't really necessarily like that much because it doesn't really make sense. So let's flip
Yeah.
the switch. Let's make this Spider-Man fucking off the wall bonkers, like cool kid, cool kid on the block.
Yeah.
And then it was just
He was
like,
almost too witty.
I'll say I don't buy Tom Holland as Peter fucking at all.
Really?
Terrible.
I do a
Peter.
lot.
I do
think
a
he-
lot.
I don't get genius vibe from him whatsoever. I don't think. he
Okay,
does
no,
a good
that's
job.
fair.
yeah.
I
Yeah,
agree
I
with
get
that.
that.
That's
I
fair.
get your friendly
That's
neighborhood
fair.
Spider-Man from him.
But
Definitely.
you have to
He's
think
clean,
that
Spider-Man all the time. He's not Peter Parker.
Yeah. True.
Agreed to that.
I
but I was
agree.
gonna say he's also playing the role of a younger Spider-Man, not
Younger
like
Spider-Man was a
Young
nerd.
Spider-Man was a genius.
Yeah,
he was
Younger
definitely
younger
a nerd.
Spider-Man was the reason you just said you didn't like
yeah,
Tobey Maguire. He was a good young Peter.
Yeah, makes sense.
To me, it's like I like Tom because it's like out of him, Toby and Andrew, he fits the awkward, the antisocial, awkward side of Peter. Like Andrew and Toby, I could not believe that. I did not believe that aspect of them. Like I guess like all three of them have like their. Oh, well, I don't even know what Andrew is good for. If I'm being honest, like at the top of my head, I'm pretty sure you're good at something. Andrew, just at the top of my head, I can't remember.
wasn't
but I
bad.
feel like
Andrew Garfield was an okay Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was a good.
He was good with the quips. He was good. He
Good
was
with the
good
quips.
with like
Yeah,
the jokes.
very witty, very
like,
witty, very
he was
witty to me.
believable
Yeah.
as Spider-Man to me.
Yeah.
To me.
I agree with you, Ben. I know what you're thinking. Yeah.
because I know it's just them, like Toby and Andrew, they did a good job as Spider-Man, but like as Peter Parker, I could not believe them as like you're Peter Parker, but like, what's his name? What is it?
Tom Holland.
Tom. Yeah,
Tom.
Tom. Compared to them two, he's a much better Peter Parker. It's
I don't
just
agree.
to make him perfect. Yeah, he needs to be a little bit more like smarter and more of a genius. But I think that's why they have Ned there, because like to my knowledge, Ned is an original character that they made of, and it's like he seems to have more of that genius side that Peter normally has.
I'll give Tom Holland this. I do believe he's good for the universe that his Spider-Man exists in, only because it's not the same universe that
Yeah.
original Spider-Man
Yeah.
exists.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
smartphones
it's a little bit
exist,
different. Yeah.
Instagram exists. Like even if you look at Flash, like I had a conversation with someone a little while ago about how good I think they did Flash. Like Flash isn't the jock, I'm gonna beat you up. He's I got 1 million followers on Instagram. Let me, you know what I mean? Like he's like doing TikToks and like all this stuff. Like he's popular because by today's standards, he would be popular. Not like the Tobey Maguire Flash was the Flash from the 50s. Like he was the jock, I'm gonna beat you up,
Yeah.
which isn't the world that they existed in. So I didn't like that much.
Yeah. I mean, I agree with Ben.
Yeah.
Tom, like in Far From Home, when Tom was talking to when Peter was talking to Mysterio about quantum mechanics and fucking the theory of different dimensions.
Yeah, dude, it was like
it kind of threw me off for a bit. I was like, wait, you're not
How do
that
you know
smart.
And also Ned
Peter
isn't
is
a
that
made
smart.
up character in that universe. He's just different than how he is in the comics.
Okay, yeah, because I'm like, I don't remember Ned acting that way, like,
Actually,
at all.
Ned and Betty, like from the last movie, they're married in like the Spider-Man comic universe. So I thought that was a
Wait,
good
really?
nod that they like were together in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
No,
I
didn't
did
know
not
that.
know that. Me neither.
But no, Spider-Man is a genius because like
Yeah.
some I think if I can remember
I
like
agree with
some
you.
comics
Yeah.
and shit
No,
like
he is.
Reed
I
Richard
agree.
would even have that nigga aboard with some certain projects and
Yeah,
shit.
what
Yeah,
we're
he's super
saying
smart.
is
Yeah.
Tom doesn't
Do
give
it.
off the genius vibe.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, he
Like
doesn't give it
because
off.
No.
because his
I
Sit down,
believed,
believe
I fully believed that Toby was a genius.
Yeah.
Like the
Yeah.
way he played that role, I
Well, he
think
had projects.
he
Yeah.
did a good job
Mhm.
as like that awkward kid in high school that like didn't really have a lot of friends but was smart, and then he like latched onto Harry, got a job as a scientist. Like I think they showed his progression as Peter Parker much better than Tom Holland.
Yeah. And I was like, I
Yeah, I
feel
mean,
Tom
yeah.
Holland
that's why
shit.
they put Ned in there, or like this version of Ned that is just like Peter
Yeah,
is still
that's a
like
good point. They kind of
awkward
like
or
used him to
whatnot.
fill that gap.
But
Yeah,
he's like a
'cause it's
general,
'cause
like,
he's
I'm a
still
6-year-old kid awkward, not like I'm a genius.
no. And I would say like in the fact of like he's still smart because you got to remember this is even Tom Holland's Peter made all of his Spider-Man gadgets
Yes,
or
yes,
whatnot. Like,
Yeah.
he
he
made
is.
that
He
before
is.
Ned found out that he was Spider-Man. But it's like
Yeah.
ever since Ned found out he was Spider-Man, it's like now he's like the what you call it, the black kid in Kim Possible.
He's
He's
like
like behind the computer, like I'm in your ear and
yeah,
I'm gonna tell you
he's
where
like
to go and
Oracle
whatnot.
with Batman. Like he's
Yeah,
like
yeah, exactly.
giving him stuff to do and like guiding and helping him.
Like, he would be, like,
I want to
advice.
make sure like I explain this correctly. Like I fully understand that Tom Holland is in that universe. He is genius Peter Parker. It's just that he doesn't, for me, he doesn't play it like that. He doesn't
Yeah.
play it well. I don't believe it. And every time they like make a nod to it, I'm like, yeah, I don't know, man. Like
They really try to make him like. I know we talk about like at the end of Far From Home when he made his old suit and stuff and like regulated to himself because they would say like what he could do and stuff because like in Civil War, with Tony it was like, yeah, you did this, this, and this, and you're this age. And he's like, I don't know what the fuck you talking about and shit like that. It was getting like nods to what he was doing. Then like with his own movie, Homecoming, they didn't really talk about his intellect at all. They just talk about how he
that's
tried to
such a
get
huge part of his
Yeah.
character.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's like, what's the girl from Black Panther? Like his sister's like, yeah, they talk about her being a genius kind of like all the time.
All of Peter's involved, like everything Peter does outside of being Spider-Man in the comics revolves around him being a genius scientist. Like
yeah.
like
'Cause, like-
all of the like relationship problems and him doing this, that, and the other, it's like it's all because he spends all of his time as
Yeah.
Spider-Man, and when he's not Spider-Man, he spends all of his time researching and being a genius.
Yeah. Work projects or doing something, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's just the problem with Tom Holland is that it's like they don't really show him doing genius stuff.
Yeah.
It's like they don't show it, and then like when we finally get to that point, where he's like talking to another smart person like Mysterio, and it's like he's just rambling off like quantum physics and whatnot, and it's just like, how the hell you know that stuff? Like I haven't seen you I haven't seen you pull like not a single math homework, huh?
I would also say too that like going back to my earlier point of like Tom Holland Spider-Man exists in a different universe than every other Spider-Man. I do like him the best, like regardless of whether I think he is a good representation of like classic Peter. I think he is the best Spider-Man and Peter Parker because he's not supposed to be comic book Peter. He's
Yeah.
supposed to be
Yeah,
his
he's
own
not.
thing.
Yeah.
I guess
He's
that's
supposed to
fair.
be like a modern day Peter Parker, like that. Be
Yeah,
able
yeah,
to,
like-
Yeah.
Like more like
Yeah.
what Peter would be if Peter was
Yeah.
alive
A
today.
kid now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
'cause
Joe
I'll be
Manganiello
honest,
being Flash Thompson and like threatening to hit him because he
that's
spilled
one
his
thing.
food on him and like it's like what that was so even then that was dated. Like
No,
even
I would
then
say-
I was like that's what?
Yeah, their Flash is terrible
That's
in
some
this one.
60s
Okay.
shit.
Like,
Yeah, that's some
they
60s
did a
stuff.
good job. No, I said like they did a good job with like Tom Holland being a being Peter Parker here, but it's like their Flash is weird because it's like
Yeah.
he wants to be he's supposed to be a bully, but he's a nerd with Peter. Like he's in the same debate class with Peter. I'm like,
But
Yeah.
why are you
again,
making
like
fun of him for being a nerd when you're a nerd too? Like
it's
that's
in
it's
the
the
same-
same it's the same thing I'm talking about with Peter
Yeah.
is it's a different universe. He's making fun of Peter because he's a popular nerd. He's smart, but he has a million followers on Instagram. He
Yeah.
hangs out with all the cool kids. He like that's just not how school is. I to me again, like that's just not how school is these days. Like people don't get praised for being a dumb jock. They get praised for being smart and popular.
yeah.
Peter's smart but not popular. Flash is smart and popular. That's why he
Yeah,
gets teased. That's why he's a
Okay, and
bully.
And you would have put the old Flash in it, like the old Flash Thompson, the blonde hair white guy and shit. Like people are like,
Mhm.
okay, why he's a jock, he's a football player, and nigga like people who knew like that Flash like origin, we would be like, okay, there's something to be used to and stuff. Cause we would be like, okay, we know
Yeah.
this ain't supposed to be. Other people like, wow, this and this white male shit, cause they always doing this. I'm like, and they would have just been a fucking problem. So I think that's
Well,
why they
again,
changed.
like in the modern world back then, that was a
Yeah.
dated reference of somebody who would be like the king of high school,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
like that's just not how that is anymore. So like it just didn't feel right that Flash was, for all intents and purposes, just like a pretty idiot who was strong.
Also, can I ask all of y'all a question?
what's up.
How did we get here?
Yeah, I was just about to ask that, bro.
I
We
don't-
was talking about WandaVision.
WandaVision.
How did we
Fucking
get
Jordan
here?
made a reference to Spider-Man, then we just, bro.
Episode
I-
1, bro. Episode 1.
Spider-Man's my favorite superhero, period. But it's like,
Derailed the whole
I think-
conversation to ask that question.
Yeah, in honor of that, we have to make sure
I
Every
every
host the podcast.
yeah, I think every
I'm not allowed to
podcast.
host.
I want
gotta
this
find
to be
a way-
natural. I want this to be
Yeah.
like all of us chilling in Discord. Let me stop the
No.
whole conversation and ask this question.
That
Yeah.
is, bro. I'm legitimately over here wondering, like, wait, how did we get here? Weren't we talking about WandaVision?
Yeah,
bro,
I think
I'm
we
not
have-
even gonna
yeah.
lie. I was thinking the same thing. I'm sitting, I'm like, damn, League's gonna have a tough job fucking segueing
Editing,
this because
yeah.
we completely got off topic.
I legitimately,
Yeah.
what did you say, Jordan? I legitimately
bro,
don't
what was
remember
your
what
original
sparked this.
point?
We're gonna have to make sure
Because-
every episode we turn it into a Spider-Man discussion at this point.
What sparked it because what my ending of like of what Wanda's gonna be and how it's gonna correlate with to like I said with the different like Spider-Man's Tom Holland
Oh,
with
okay.
me
Yeah,
like Tony
that will
Maguire and
happen.
shit like that,
Yeah,
and then
alright.
that shit just took off.
Gotcha.
Damn, Toby.
Now I remember.
It's Toby. Just
Damn
blame
you,
Toby.
Toby.
It's Toby's. And you, Toby.
And
CGI him in. CGI Toby.
No,
You heard it
his,
here
his
first.
Sexy walk. We had the black.
Don't-
suit.
Oh,
That's
that's not.
sexy.
Why you gotta bring it up, Jordan?
No, that comb over was fucked up.
You gotta have that Spider-Man, yeah. We want Spider-Man 3 Spider-Man, yeah.
Can we not have that? I was like, as a kid watching that, I'm like, okay, why you like this? I don't think you should be like this. Like, no, you're supposed to be more like aggressive, but you just out here like,
It was like,
I
why
think
couldn't
I
they
could pull
copy
bitches
the
with a comb over.
cartoon? Like the cartoon did it just fine. Like, why did they? It's just like, oh, it was bad. Like, I'm like, that's not how that
I feel
makes
like
you behave.
I feel like the Spider-Man, the 90s cartoon Spider-Man, when he got venom dripped on him, I feel like that traumatized me a little bit. Like, I remember it scaring me, but I don't remember why.
Yeah, I didn't like it either. I didn't like watch it. Like, I would turn my head, I think. Yeah.
All right, so I'm not the only one. But John, what was your theory? I think you were the only one that didn't get to say anything about WandaVision.
Yeah.
Don't want to say it now because it would be a pain for you to like do a timestamp for yours and mine. But I'm gonna just say this one little thing. Like we don't even gotta go into a full discussion of it. But my theory is that kind of similar to y'all's, in that I feel like either she is going to be the bridge to like the X-Men coming to the MCU, or in the form of like her making New Mutants, or it's like it's a perfect segue to her and Doctor Strange introducing the multiverse, because they did confirm that Doctor Strange's movie is going to bring in the multiverse to the MCU.
Yeah.
But if, because I didn't fully read House of M, but like Ben told me about House of M, and if I'm remembering correctly, he said that like in House of M, Scarlet, she makes new mutants from her fuckery and what she did there.
No,
So,
House
like,
of M,
since-
she didn't. Oh wait, no.
Mm.
No, I was thinking of the ending. Never mind.
Oh yeah, but it was just like, since WandaVision borrowed so much from House of M's, I'm thinking that like that final little thing could show that it's like, because she's definitely, because I feel like her like dealing with the book or whatnot, and I think we heard her kids or like children or whatnot from the book. So I think
Could
that
help.
was like her
Yeah.
looking into like
Yeah.
she stumbled upon the multi-dimension or whatnot. And I'm thinking that, because I know some people were upset that like they dropped the ball at like incorporating the X-Men in, because because they brought the Quicksilver
Quicksilver.
from Fox's X-Men
Yeah.
into there, but then we find out he's just not necessarily a random dude, because he has his own comic books series, but it's just like he has nothing to do with the Foxes. Like he has nothing to do with X-Men. Like so they're not gonna go that route. So I'm thinking they're bringing the X-Men in with Scarlet Witch and Doctor Strange, and we might get mutants and the multiverse.
Yeah.
Was it like in the House of M? She also like made it so everybody had their own like perfect life and shit like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then like they all like banded together and shit to stop her, because was it like one scene that like Peter had like the best life and Wolverine came back like this is fake, and Peter said like I know, but this is what made him happy.
Yeah.
But it like
It's
he had to
something
do
that.
like the right thing and shit.
I don't remember exactly what happened bar for bar. Like I don't really remember. I remember Peter saying that, but I don't remember Wolverine being there. But I could be wrong. But I do remember at the end, doesn't she say no more mutants, and like fucking didn't she off everything or everyone?
Yeah. Yeah.
Also, John, WandaVision borrowed some stuff from House of M, but it mostly borrowed stuff, according to the videos that I watched. It borrowed stuff from the West Coast Avengers.
Okay, maybe it was that, because I know it borrows heavily from one of them.
It did take something like them falling apart to pieces. That was taken from House of M, and some of the stuff that happened in the beginning was House of M-esque, but from what all the videos that I watched, it was borrowed from the West Coast Avengers.
Okay, so then I got that mixed up, because like I know it borrows heavily from like one of her series, or whatnot. But overall, how do y'all like it?
I truly thoroughly enjoyed it. I didn't like the first 2 episodes, like I said, but after episode 3, I was hooked, and I enjoyed every episode after.
Yeah, I gave it a chance. I was watching the first episode. I'm like, I already know what it is, but like me being the person I look, it kind of like I try to like give out the source materials and shit and try to just watch it. I'm like, what the fuck is actually going on with this show? Like, what are they doing? Then like episode 3 came in and shit with Monica and shit. I'm like, oh, okay, she about to be Spectrum and da 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 and shit later on in the series. And I'm like, okay, I'm waiting for that. Like everything just got better and better for each episode after like that sequence when she after she gave birth to her kids.
What about you, John?
For a score, I would say it's 8.5 for me. It's like the main thing that I wanted from WandaVision was finally getting Scarlet Witch because I wanted her ever since they introduced Wanda in Age of Ultron.
Well, to be
And
fair, to cut you off real quick, they couldn't
What?
call her Scarlet Witch because Fox, and then they bought Fox.
Oh,
So
yeah,
now they
yeah.
can call her Scarlet Witch.
But yeah, so that like I said, that's that annoying stuff with like companies want to keep their ish or whatnot, and like I wish we could go back in time and just give Marvel the money to where
X-Men.
they can make their own blockbuster movie without Disney's help, without Fox's help, without Sony's help.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I know when they introduce Wanda, I'm just like, I want Scarlet Witch, not this hybrid of like an origin story, but like she's in the middle of being Scarlet Witch, but she's not Scarlet Witch or whatnot. I'm like, I don't like this person. But then it's like WandaVision finally gave me the character that I wanted, so I'm happy for that. But I have seen people complain that it's like they did drop the ball with some stuff, and I do agree with them. Like
Bro.
they reference a lot of stuff and like Easter egg a few villains that just turned out to be like, oh no, it's just a change of clothes because they entered her dimension thing, and it's just like what, like, because I don't know if y'all remember, but I think it was episode 3. They swarm, yeah, they did an Easter egg. Swarm, right? I think I'm thinking of the right villain, the beekeeper.
Oh yeah.
Oh, wait,
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
I know what you're talking about. It was the dude
they
that's
Easter
like
egged him,
covered
and I'm
in
like,
bees, but
yeah, and I'm like, okay, maybe he's the villain of this. But then come to find out, it's just like, oh no, it's just a random Shield agent that went through the stuff, and like his suit turned into that. And I'm like, are you serious, bro? But I don't know. Like, I know some people are mad because they dropped the ball on so many potential
man,
stories, but I'm okay with it
Yeah,
because
what's that
I
nigga name
finally have
was?
Scarlet
I
Witch.
mean, Marvel just does that all the time. Like,
Yeah.
if you look at the Guardians of the Galaxy movie, and they like call out Nova Prime and stuff, and
Oh
it's
yeah.
like,
The Nova
wait,
Corps, yeah.
what?
oh
No, like
yeah, I
Nova
forgot
Prime
about
is
that.
like a superhero,
I
and
Yeah.
forgot
No,
and like
all
Yeah.
of,
they
I was
fucking
upset
talk
about
about it,
that.
and
No,
then
I
they just
didn't- I
don't
thought they-
show anything.
Yeah, they was talking about the Nova Corps and stuff. So I'm looking
Yes,
for
they
Nova.
I know they talk about the Nova Corps, but they specifically said Nova Prime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They said
they?
Yeah.
the superhero.
They did.
No, I know the superhero, but I know they called him out. 'Cause I know they was talking about the Nova Corps and
Yes.
stuff. I didn't hit
Yeah.
the Prime.
I'm gonna say
Okay,
I
that was my
completely
fault.
forgot about that.
Well,
And
they are doing a Nova movie, are they not?
I
Yeah.
believe
Are they?
so.
Yeah,
I
I don't
believe
know.
so. I don't know.
I'm
They
like,
had
that's
talked about it. I don't know if
It's
it,
on the
yeah.
list. It's on the list
Yeah.
of stuff.
Well,
On
he's
the
in the
list.
cartoon, isn't he? He's in the Spider-Man cartoon, right? The one from like a couple years
Yeah.
ago,
Oh
or
yeah,
2 years ago.
the
he's
one with
always
like
in the
yeah,
White
Spider-Man
Tiger.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think he was supposed to be in a movie coming up here.
All right. In
the reason-
closing, oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Jordan.
Oh no, I think the reason why they put him in it because he was such a big hit in that Spider-Man show, and everybody
Yeah,
like
he was.
draw into him.
Yeah,
shit like
yeah.
him.
His personality,
what's his-
yeah, it matches well. Yeah.
Iron Fist, because Iron Fist is getting a movie now too, right? Oh no, it's Quan Chi.
yeah,
Shang
yeah.
Chi. Whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, I say, yeah,
my bad.
not yeah.
My bad. I got the wrong one. Okay, never mind.
I was gonna say in closing with spoilers. I have one gripe with the last episode, the whole vision on vision off thing. He's like, oh, let me touch your forehead and give you my memories, and he's like, I'm Vision, and then just takes the fuck off, and then he's gone. That's it.
Yeah,
Where'd he
where
go?
the fuck did the white one
What
go?
happened?
Was it hollow to you? Was it hollow?
No, it's like I gotta
Homie
rewatch
just
that.
he nothing. They didn't touch
Wait,
him
so
again.
the white Vision just took off and
He
left
just
without a
did.
word.
He said, "I'm Vision," and then left. That's it.
No, but hold on. Jordan and Lee, did y'all get confused like with me? Because it's like he became like I'm Vision, what, and like he took off flight like Superman, and then like I'm assuming because like after the moment, because the white one took off, the red one didn't. He was just standing there, and in the very next scene, we see Red Vision going towards Scarlet or Wanda at the time. Now, me, I thought, okay, when he took off in the middle of taking flight and in between the cuts, he switched skins. So like he's like, okay, since I'm Vision now, let me go be Vision with Wanda. But no, apparently he went off to only God knows where, and Red Vision decided to leave the library and be like, "Hey, Wanda, I'm back to help you now." I'm like, wait, what?
So
my thing is, I thought he was gonna going. You know how the hex was closing? I thought he was just gonna like absorb that vision and just have his essence into him because he instead he didn't give him his memories. He unlocked his memories that was that was shut off from him because of Hayward. Hayward made sure that none of that shit was was able to be accessed by that vision and stuff. He unlocked it so he remembered his stuff and everything. So I'm guessing he tried to find himself and shit basically because he know who he is, but he tried to like make sure that he not doing anything fucked up.
I mean, granted, he probably wouldn't have been able to do shit against Agatha, but homie he dipped the fuck out. Like, I'm pretty sure we're going to see like him and I think he's going to be the new Hulk, where he'll be like a side story inside of somebody bigger movie, like maybe fucking Thor or Guardians of, you know what I'm saying, right? Like how they did Hulk.
Yeah.
That's what I think Vision is going to be, and then at the end he's gonna come back and him and Wanda get together or something. I don't fucking know, but
I think he had his own comic though. That White Vision.
Yeah,
if I can remember. He's his own spinoff.
Yeah, I watched it. White Vision is his own thing, and he can do trippy shit, and he's a nuts ass character. But I don't know shit about White Vision. I just wanted to know where did homie fuck off to, bro? He was like, oh shit, I remember now.
Yeah.
All right,
If
see you
someone
later.
knows-
Thanks, bye.
He went to the sword headquarters and stuff.
Yeah, someone to email us or
to
tweet.
because
message.
to find his body. Cause they just made a copy of his body again. Remember the area with his disassembled body? I think he's going back to the sword hideout and shit.
Oh, maybe I didn't think about that. That's my only gripe. It's like you left this wide. I mean, I know they left it wide open for a reason, but I'm like,
yeah,
we homie literally just left. Like, that's it. Thank you for unlocking. Goodbye now. I'm gone. See you later.
Like I said, my issue is that jump cut, because I'm like, that cut made me think that it's like, okay, he just switched skins and the Red Vision's just gonna hide somewhere until like the cube closes and it kills him, and then the White Vision is just gonna be there helping Wanda. It's just, I don't know. To me, that was a weird cut because it was like when Wanda and Vision was like during their farewell or whatnot. I'm like, why are you saying farewell? Like, the cube is going to close on you and you're still going to be standing there in front of her. Like, what's going on? And then he disappeared and I'm like, where the fuck did the white one go? What is going on here?
No, because like I said, I thought he's going to like just absorb his essence and stuff, so she would have the old Vision and the new Vision at the same time. But it would have been a fucking problem with that shit because shit would have just like been splitting off from it and shit.
Yeah. Well, 8 out of 10 for me. Definitely recommend watching it, Chris. Ben, even though we just fucking spoiled it for you, but
they read comics. They already know what's going to happen.
They actually wrote the show. Yeah, they yeah.
I mean, I as soon as they announced the show and you guys were talking about like the second episode, I was like, this is obvious. Like, what is, how to theory craft this?
I mean, it definitely takes you for a loop for a while.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure it's a good watch, like, just to hang out and watch
that Marvel fix. Yeah.
I just know, like, I mean, based on the Marvel lineup, it's like, you just kind of can like read the
Tea leaves.
the lines, like cross your T's, dot your I's. Like I understand, I get it.
All
But
right. Well, I don't know. I'd definitely say watch it if you get the chance.
It's a must
yeah, like I
I
said, I
thoroughly
probably
definitely.
will
enjoyed
at
it.
some point. But
Yeah.
I would say if the
It's not
other
a
Marvel
priority.
shows are like this, then we're in for a treat. So I was like, I was hesitant
Yeah.
about like I don't know about these shows to be
Yeah,
honest. Like looking
same.
at these
Yeah,
titles, I'm like, I don't
yeah.
know, bro.
I'm like, if they're as good as Mandalorian, great. But I'm like, they didn't sell me at first. I'm like, I don't think they're gonna be as good. But
Yeah. Definitely
WandaVision, yeah.
WandaVision definitely made me look forward to Falcon and Winter Soldier because at first I
Yeah.
did not give a fuck, but now I'm actually interested.
Yeah.
No, Winter Soldier's come out next week, right?
2
weeks
two
from now.
weeks.
Okay,
Mhm, couple.
All right, but that's all I care about.
New
The
watch
black
time.
man.
Hey,
Oh,
let's
wow.
Shut up, Dark.
All right, moving on. I guess we can just talk about one or two more things, seeing that we've been going for almost an hour and a half now.
Actually, I do have to bump out.
We
only
can,
5 hours, bro.
Yeah, I do have plans. Yeah, I gotta
Alright.
get
no,
going here. I have
we're gonna end on this last topic. John and Ben, talk about
What?
Genshin. Let's
yeah,
get
talk
it.
about Genshin.
Let's get
James is
it.
gonna
Oh,
check
oh,
out.
I
got
wasn't gonna
plans.
give that, so that's another hour and a half,
I'm
bro.
about to say, bro,
Yeah.
bro, that's a whole nother podcast.
That's
Bro,
a- yeah,
did
that's
you
a-
see the 1.4 stuff, man? I'm happy. I was afraid about 1.4. I thought it was gonna be trash because they're like, oh, there's a Venti rerun and possibly a Deluxe / Gene rerun. I'm like, bro, don't nobody give a damn about this shit. But
It's
I
because you got
mean,
them all.
fuck it. If we just gonna go into it or
I
whatnot,
mean, do y'all?
Um,
It's y'all. I'm just here.
Yeah, this is that segment.
I'ma just
I don't know if Ben
I'ma
watched
just
it.
say that if anybody by chance who's listening to this is a Genshin fan or whatnot, and you just possibly don't know about one before, or hey, you don't know Genshin and you're like, is this a good time to get into Genshin? Yes. Now is a perfect time to get into Genshin because not only are they doing 2 reruns, the 2 rerun characters that they're doing are 2 of the best characters that are in the game, which is the first one being Venti. He's a god tier support, even though I personally hate him because he just makes the game super easy. But I know a lot of people missed him because he came out in the first month of the game. So a lot of people
He was
looking
the first-
forward to
he was
his
the
banner
first
coming back
weeks.
out.
He
Do what now?
was the first weeks of the game. He launched with the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, like a lot of people who jumped in like after like the hype or
You
whatnot,
had up
they
until
missed
week
him.
3.
Yeah, you had like 2
I
or
was
3
gonna say,
weeks to get him. So a lot of
played the
people missed
game-
him,
Yeah, I
and
played
so
the game
now
since like day
1.4
one.
you can get him, and also, Child or Tartaglia, he's coming out. I'm
Tortuga.
excited for that because I really want him because I really need a water DPS person
Whoa.
or whatnot. And
To me-
1.4 is mainly based off the Mondstadt Festival. There's a bunch of shit coming out. There's like 4 or 5 events coming out.
Yeah,
There's
so
2 challenge modes
for,
coming
for
out.
me, I think that 1.4 is basically reskinned 1.3, which isn't a
But
bad
it's
thing,
10
right? Like
times better in my
1.3
opinion.
1.3 gave us a lot of content, gave us a good amount of things to do spread out over a fairly short amount of time. There was some downtime with some of the events, which it does seem like there's more events in this update, so hopefully there's less downtime. I think it's good. I think it's a breath of fresh air. It's something to do outside of just grinding and leveling. There's definitely a lot of like really cool looking things that they're adding. So yeah, I'm with it. I'm happy about it. I'm looking forward to it. The banner reruns are not my favorite, but I also understand. I'm what you consider a whale.
Yes,
So
he
I
is.
have every character, and I have most characters I have multiple constellations on, and even I'm happy about who they picked for the reruns. So like John said, if you're new to the game or if you're thinking about starting to play, this is probably a great opportunity. I'm sure we're going to get tons and tons and tons of the in-game currency that you can use for roles and good banners to start with, to roll on with your. I mean, every time you start, you get a bunch of currency. So it should be fun. Should be really good.
I just want to know that Ben. I told them earlier, but it's like I hope they let us keep the Lear or whatnot, the thing that Venti always be playing on. I hope they
Mhm.
let us keep that after 1.4 because the moment I turn venture rating 55 and I'm finally able to join your world, I'm not even gonna help you, Ben. I'm gonna just sit there and I'm gonna just play the little harp and just provide battle music for you, bro.
All right, noted. I'll never let you join my world. Got it.
Yeah, because when I say don't he have to approve you to come in? You can't just
Yeah.
sneak in there.
No,
Bro, I wish they'll
it doesn't.
implement that feature like
No,
your
I
friends
don't
can just
care.
join
Like
your world.
invade like Dark Souls.
Yeah, just invade like this is Dark Souls.
One thing I will say, probably that I'm more excited about than I should be, is there's going to be an event where you get to beat up the water world boss,
Yes.
which I've always wanted to do. So can't wait for that. But if we want to talk about specifics, I mean,
Do
the
it
thing
up.
I'm most excited for is the Abyss
Big
Herald.
titty
That
vampire
seems like
bitch.
that's
What? Oh.
probably going to be the coolest fight that we have to do yet. I mean, just from visual perspective, I'm a little upset that they said that it was only going to be like a one-time thing or like during the story,
Yeah.
but they did show that this was like the quote-unquote water Abyss Herald, and then they showed a little bar underneath with all of the different elements. So I'm thinking as the story progresses, not only are we going to be able to fight the different versions of them, but I'm hoping it becomes a weekly boss where
Yeah.
I'm more
you
than
pick
sure
the
it will be.
element and you get to fight whatever element and then get according rewards.
See, I think differently. I think they're gonna go on that Destiny shit. Remember that Destiny shit, John? Like every week is a different element they were weaker to or stronger against. I think it's just gonna be like this week he's lightning, next week he's pyro. I think is what it's gonna be. But
The only reason I don't think that is just because of the structure of the domains that they've already done, where you go into a domain or you go to start something and you have a whole list of options to choose from. Like if you've done any of the Sunday farming since they changed it, like the character talent materials and the weapon ascension materials, legitimately it's like, okay, there's 4 levels and then there's 3 different ones each, so you have 12 different options to pick from on the domains, and I just see them following that more than I see them kind of breaking away from it. But you could be right, that's just my theory.
I mean, you know more than I do. I thought I was like, oh, that would be kind of cool. Go Destiny route. Kind of miss Destiny now. Thinking about
I think
it.
too many people would complain if that became something where you needed to get a particular material from it, right? Like let's say you could farm something exclusive to the particular element characters that you fought. I think the community would just be in an uproar if you had to wait. And then it was, I mean, at this point we have, what is it, 6 elements? And soon to be 7.
Yeah, isn't it supposed to? Y'all been talking about them adding a fucking grass or flower, whatever the fuck element.
They've been talking about it since the game started.
Yeah, I'm like, I still have yet to see shit.
Yeah, no.
And there's even a dude with that vision in Leeway.
Oh,
yeah,
is it really?
So far as we know, he's the only
person
person with it.
Lee, you definitely have gotten that far because it was.
No, I'm just saying I don't remember.
Yeah, he runs the pharmacy that Chi-Chi
where Chi-Chi works.
Oh,
the guy with the green hair.
When you do
that looks like an alchemist.
for her,
I was
and then
only
he's
talking
like,
to Chi-Chi. I didn't pay attention to nobody else.
Well, no, it was a cutscene. When you do the quest for her and then you bring it back and you're like, yeah, I couldn't find it. He's like, oh, don't worry about her. Like, I look after her. That's the guy that we're talking about.
Oh, okay.
He's the owner of the store.
Got you.
I was gonna say, I think that element is probably gonna get revealed over summer.
2.0.
It's gonna be part of a summer event.
A lot of the speculation is that it's gonna be, there's another Mondstadt event, like a festival event,
thing, kind of, yeah.
and that's supposed to be coming out in like September, like August, September. And the speculation is that they're gonna introduce him there, but I mean, who knows, really?
Yeah.
They have two Dendro is the name of the element. 2 of those characters have been kind of like at least revealed in the sense of, we know they're coming at some point. We just don't know much about them. They're both Catalyst users. One is the guy that we mentioned, and the other is she's another like little girl. Her name is Yao Yao. She's
Okay.
also
Oh, she's of that element.
yeah, she's a Dendro Catalyst user.
I have a question. Do you think they would add a new type of weapon?
Absolutely think
Yes.
they would add that.
Yeah.
What do you
I
think
don't-
the new weapon would be?
A gun, just a Glock.
For real, I think it's
the
what do you
ultimate
call it?
element.
No, I could see it being like a bolt action rifle or something, like like somebody who attacks really slow but really accurately.
That would be cool. I think that would be cool.
What were you gonna say? John?
Personally, I think it's Fizz because
Fists?
I
That would
know-
be
Yeah,
dope
that's what
too.
I can see
yeah,
that.
because I know
that's some sort of-
in a video that for whatever reason Genshin put out like 2 weeks after they dropped the game, they basically just dropped a whole spoiler of the whole story of Genshin, about what each region is going to be. And for the Pyro region, they showed off this little girl that kind of looks like
I know who
she's
you're talking
ready
about.
to
Yeah.
like physically fight somebody. And like I know the community, and I'm part of believing this, that like she might be the introduction to like just outright just what is it, unarmed fisticuffs
That would
throwing
be dope.
hands.
Yeah. I could see them also doing some kind of like along the same lines of like traditional monk fighting, is maybe like
Yeah.
a quarter staff
Ooh,
or something like
would
that,
be
like where
fuck- Oh,
it's not a spear, it's not about like thrusts and like pinning someone to the ground. It's you're smacking them with a stick. You're Donatello,
Yeah,
and you're
that
just like
bro.
beating people up.
I would love it so much.
But I mean, who's to say? They have so many options. I mean,
Yeah.
in the world of fighting and weapons in general. I mean, even if they just pull on D&D as a reference, like they could add crossbows, they could add morning stars, they could add
Ooh, I didn't
what
think
we
about
talked
that.
about, like quarterstaff, fists. They could add some sort of a more primitive gun.
But do you think that would be
like-
tough for them to balance out? Because you said yourself they have a bad rep with balancing like new weapons that come out. So
Wait, I said
No,
what?
I would say,
yeah,
well,
because you said Hu Tao's spear was
Oh.
poorly balanced compared to everyone else's.
I just
spear.
think no,
it's,
I
like,
don't
so good
necessarily
or
think it
something like
was
that.
poorly balanced. I just think that it's proving that the power creep is happening.
Oh, okay.
And I think that's another reason why they're doing reruns rather than new characters, because they probably don't know themselves how to scale back. Like if they limit it to characters like Ganyu and Hu Tao, who just kind of like outclass every other DPS, I think they can still save it. But if they just keep putting out new characters and then the expectation is they're just as strong, that leaves them in a really tough spot to
They
actually
could
develop.
also just, drop more 4-stars. Not every character has to be a 5-star, in
Agreed.
my opinion.
Which I feel like they're gonna start doing more and more.
I mean, Rosaria's a 4-star.
Yeah, I'm
Once the
so
reruns-
the only
happy
new
about
character
that.
at 1.4.
So happy she's a
Yeah.
4-star. I'm definitely getting rolling till I get her.
I think with the reruns, it allows them to create more 4-star characters to the point of where, it's the idea is not the 5-star character, but it's like, oh, if you miss this opportunity, but also there's this new 4-star character,
Yeah.
you can
And
obtain,
like constellations on certain characters are so huge and honestly so expensive to get. So like these reruns really help with like keeping the base of characters that they've created. I mean, if you really look at it, like how many characters have they added since the game came out, right? Like we'll say Venti was with launch because there was no delay. He
That's
was with
fair.
the game.
That's fair.
But Klee, Child, Diona, Zhongli, Xinyan, Albedo, Ganyu, Zhao, Hu Tao, now Rosario. They've added 10 characters. The game hasn't even been out for 6 months.
And how many of them are 5-stars?
Yeah.
More than
Or
half.
5 stars.
Yeah. I was
But
gonna
if
say
they
more
don't,
than
if
half.
they need it, if they keep this amount of characters, and then they give us reruns for the chance to, let's say, get constellations on the one that you want. Like,
Yeah.
you really love Klee? Guess what? Klee gets like 1,000% power boost if you actually get her to C4. You know, like and there's other characters like that where they really truly benefit from these constellations. And I mean, realistically, not everybody can just get a character like
Yeah.
getting a 5-star to C4 on a banner. That means
That's nutty.
in 2 weeks you have to spend easily $1,000.
Oh my, so
Like
that's rent right there.
like that, and that's like that's just not reasonable to expect the community to do. So in my opinion, and what I hope they do is, as much as a whale, it's not enjoyable for me. Keep doing reruns. Let people who love, like, if you love Child and he's your main and you absolutely need him on every team, get him to C6 eventually. You know what I mean? Like over
Yeah.
the course of the year, if his banner pops up 3 more times, you could probably do that. You know, during
Yeah.
events, you save up your primos, you get them one at a time. Like that's reasonable.
Yeah, no, I agree. Instead of having to worry about, okay, he comes out in 2 weeks, I get paid in next week. And if I
Yeah.
put this much away, then after I pay
Dude,
my
I
bills.
remember like when they like during the 3 week banners being like, okay, so this character I only get paid once during, but then the next character I get paid 2 times. So I could probably get them, like, legitimately had to like think like that.
Yeah.
And it was stressful. Like I was like, oh shit, like I really want this character. Do I use my savings? Like, you know, like,
Damn, that's crazy.
All right, since you mentioned that, personally, I feel like the way that Genshin is going with them doing reruns now is that I feel like they're trying to figure out how to more or less balance the game out on a
Yeah.
sense of increasing the difficulty of it. Because the thing is that with Ganyu and Hu Tao is that like it doesn't really take that much to make them strong, just as strong as like Diluc and what is it? And that is because of the response of Zhongli, because Zhongli came out that I feel like he needed time to be built up, like how Diluc needs to be built up. Now, Diluc came out when the game first came out, if people don't know, but it's like he needed time to be built up to meet that criteria. And like the free to play community, which I don't know if this is true in every community, but I've noticed in Genshin, the free to play community, they view it as a sin if you drop $1 into this game. And it's like they spent their primo gems that they've been saving up, got Zhongli, and they were disappointed that like off rip he wasn't as good as like probably other 5-star character that they got since like week 1 or whatnot. So like ever since then, they've been making all of the 5 stars stupid strong. Like even honestly, I feel like this first started with Albedo because it's like Albedo is a support 5-star, and if you treat him as just as a support 5-star, his best in slot is a 3-star weapon.
I'm
Which,
about to
if you
say,
don't know, that is the second lowest rarity in the entire game.
I was
And it's
in
like
my
you
opinion,
have
I
a
kind of feel
5-star
like he
who's
should
that good.
5.
And people even found the community even found out that like you can easily get like 20 plus K damage with Hu Tao giving her a 3-star weapon. And is I feel like they make that so that the free to play people won't get upset that okay, I finally broke down, spent my primo gems, or like I did whatever they had to do to get this character. I'm satisfied with my purchase because they exceed my expectation. But now the problem is Spiral of the Abyss and all the even if you're the highest world rank, you really don't need Hu Tao doing 250,000 K damage. Like you don't need her doing that much damage. Like you don't need Ganyu one-shotting all the world bosses in one charge shot. Like that's unnecessary to do that.
That's
So I
crazy.
think they might be taking the time for this to just make the game harder so that
Yeah,
it's viable
take a break.
to have Ganyu and Hu Tao and Albedo do this much amount of damage.
Take a break, do some
Yeah,
nerfing and some
seems
buffing,
reasonable.
do some adjustments. A lot of games. I know Apex did that. When they took a break, I think it was season 5. If I'm not mistaken, they didn't come out with a new weapon. They instead took the time to adjust and balanced everything that was in the game as is. And I think that's when they started doing the rotations of, okay, this gun is in the drop now, and then we're gonna put this gun inside the drop. And now these guns are gonna swap out next season. So I think every game goes through that, where they have to take a break and adjust shit and just not come out with anything really. Like, we get Rosaria, which I think the game really needs to calm down with 5 stars, and we need more 4 stars in my opinion, because I don't know. I don't know. I don't like it. I just feel like it's too much. I can't really explain my feeling on it. I just feel like 4 stars are more reachable than a 5-star, in my opinion, or the 5-star that you want.
Well, that's just a fact. Like, look at the rates.
Oh yeah, that's fair.
You're guaranteed at least a 4-star every 10 pulls.
Yeah.
The chance that 4-star isn't a 4-star and it's a 5-star, less than 1%. You know, I mean,
Yeah.
it's
I feel. That's just how I feel about it. Well, any last words on Genshin before we close this bitch on out? Oh wait, I'm sorry, I forgot. Jordan, how do you feel about Obedo being a support 5-star?
Oh fuck!
Like, who's Albedo?
Bro, I was staring at Jordan the whole time, just doing like this on his phone, not giving no fuck.
Yeah, I was talking about. I was listening to it for like the first 5 minutes. I'm like, Doug, I don't know what the fuck you talking about.
Hold on, let's rephrase this. Jordan, did you know Albedo's coming to fighters?
starts frantically Googling.
I was gonna say, yeah, looking him up right now. What do you mean? No, he's not. Oh, no.
I can't.
Albedo.
Fuck, I can't sever mute you. I can't sever mute you. I'm trying to. Fuck you, bitch.
They actually pushed Gogeta back for Albedo.
I will fight y'all. Don't play with that.
All right, my bad. I didn't mean to cut you off. What did you in closing statements on Genshin? That's my fault.
Nah, I'm done. That's
No,
all I
yeah,
gotta say.
I don't think we had anything else to talk about.
All right, well, I would say very successful first podcast. I appreciate you guys, even though you pieces of shit didn't think it was gonna happen. Hi, bitch, you in here and it fucking happened. You ain't getting no $5 from me, ho.
Like, the only reason why it did happen is
Why it
because we
happened?
deleted our emails.
No.
All
All right, bro. You know what? All right, I'm about to kick this man out of here. You look
All
good,
right,
Corey.
so
Yeah,
if we go by the previous schedule, we'll have another one in 8 to 10 months.
All right.
See you guys later.
Oh, fucking right.
Shots fucking fired.
Well,
I'll be hearing those shots in 8 to 10 months. Don't worry.
Oh my
shit.
god, 8 to 10. I literally
There's a delay.
talked about it.
The lag.
Like not even 2 months ago, a month and a
8 to
half
10
ago.
months.
No,
8 to 10
no. I
Have a
talked
good
about it
day.
in
Have a good day.
January. I
Have a
brought
good
it
day.
up in
Yeah, January
December.
last year.
To be honest, we was talking about the podcast. It's like the middle of last year.
Okay,
Figured
yes, but
since,
no
like,
one
June or July.
actually. I said I wanted to do it. Technically, you talked about it first because you wanted to
Yeah.
do the podcast, and I was like,
but
oh,
nobody.
let me put it
I
this
said I
way.
was down.
It's been
Was it-
almost a year since I joined the group, and I feel like I've heard about it since day one.
January of last year. Let me rephrase that again.
Listen, we had a podcast at first, and we only did 3 episodes, and then that was it. We didn't do shit else, and I was kind of upset because I wanted to do more, but everybody was putting everything on Axe because Axe was the only one that had a PC at the time. He was the only one that knew how to edit, and I wanted to do it, but I couldn't do it. So fast forward a few
That's
years
what it
later.
is. We had to glow up. Now we part of the PC Master Race. I would say you and I and a few others know how to edit since back then. Oh, and so now everything's Gucci.
Yeah. So I appreciate you guys. You know, you give me shit. I appreciate it. Very successful first podcast. Did you guys want to give any ats if you want any follows? No, yes, no, John, for your art
I would
channel.
say, yeah, I'm I am an animator / artist. I'm trying, but I'm out here trying, bro. I'm fighting for my life out here in the streets, bro. So if you want to help a brother out, follow me on Instagram and at Digital's Cloud, DIGITALS.
I'm gonna put it.
Clouds.
I'm gonna put it in your box right next to me.
Yeah.
Jordan, did you want? I know Ben doesn't. Chris probably doesn't either. But
Wait,
did
I
you
wanted
want-
to say something.
Well, no, I didn't say so. I was talking about, did you want to give your or anything for any, like, if people want to
Maybe I
keep
do.
up with
Maybe
you?
I do.
Oh shit, you
dare-
do?
how dare you
Oh,
fuck
fuck
me
Maybe,
up.
listen,
maybe Ben's working
how
on something in
dare
the
you
background that
fuck me
not
up.
even we know.
I thought maybe
Go ahead.
Ben was like, "Oh, fuck out of here! I don't want nobody."
No, okay, wait. So let me say this. I hate most people. But if you follow me, Leak will give you $10.
no, Leak will not. Leak will not
Yep.
do that.
No, we talked about this beforehand. He
Oh,
was playing.
we did
He's
not.
playing hard to get. We already discussed this.
No, I did not.
Yeah, every
do that.
time
But I'm not,
Ben
No.
I'm not
Chris
giving
did
my
follow-
at. I'm not giving my at. You got to find me on your own.
Yep.
Watch
That's the
Ben
thing.
get like
But
50
every time
fucking-
Ben's follower
But
count goes up 10, that's
follow
10
me,
bucks that Leak is
Follow
giving
me.
out.
DM me your PayPal or Venmo, Cash App, whatever you got, and Leak will send you $10.
No, Leak is not sending
Wait.
$10. I'd send $10
Wait a
in
second.
Monopoly money.
Wait, is this valid for all people or
No.
Yeah,
no.
let me unfollow
Nah,
Ben and then
oh,
refollow.
man.
Sorry.
I was
Yeah,
about to make
gotta be-
100
gotta be
fucking
fresh
Instagram
face.
accounts
Gotta be
real
fresh
quick.
face.
Also, my dumbass was pointing at Ben. I meant to point down there. Down. Where
I was about to
John
make it $1,000 in Genshin polls real quick.
is. You ain't shit.
Follow,
Jordan,
unfollow,
did you
follow,
wanna-
unfollow.
You
I
want
was
to
gonna
do
make 100,
anything?
100 accounts.
Follow, leave your at.
$10.
Anything. You want me to put
Listen,
your at
I'm-
in the? in the
I'll
shits?
I'll add this little caveat. I'm not doing any background research, so if you fool me, you fool me.
You fool me, you fool me. Hey,
Yeah.
that's, listen.
It
that
really
sounds
be
fun.
like that.
That
Isn't
sounds
it
like a
Leak
good
Breezy?
time.
Such a generous man.
Rich Breezy.
I just
Yeah,
appreciate it.
Rich
We got
Kage.
Rich Breezy and Rich Kage
Yeah,
here.
Rich Breezy never existed.
Fuck
That's
you.
that's a
Everybody should feel
figment of your
blessed.
imagination, bro.
Blessed.
I wish Rich Breezy existed, but he don't.
We got
Rich
Rich Breezy.
Breezy.
We got
I-
Jay Hokage.
No,
Rich,
Rich
Breezy, I'm so
Kage.
happy we're friends.
I'll be Jay Hokage.
Jay Hokage. We got. What did I say last night when we were trolling around?
JKG.
No, we was
No,
saying
it was
stupid
something way
Hokage
good.
names.
Huh?
We was just saying dumb Hokage names.
Yeah, but
SB
the one
Kage.
I said really got Lenny good and got you good.
I
can't
don't
what it was.
remember what it was. It was off stream too, so I can't go back to it.
I know.
Hopefully, Lenny remembers that dope.
I'm glad you came at me off stream, dog.
I mean, it wasn't
Alright.
really at you. It
Would
was
you
'cause
rather me come after you on stream?
Lenny
Is
was
that
just like,
better?
"Oh, name all the Hokages," and I'm like, I can't do that. And he just,
Oh
went-
yeah,
he
Jordan.
just-
No, that's what it was. Lenny was like, name all the Hokages, and I was like, J Kage, Black Hokage, White Hokage, Blue Hokage, Red Hokage.
I'm mad that he said my name. but he didn't say name and color.
Jordan Hokage,
Jordan Hokage.
J-A-K-G Hokage.
Thank you.
Well, that is it for us. I appreciate
Oh, sorry,
you
my
all.
phone's going off.
Yeah.
I appreciate you all. Anybody that sticks by and watch this, please be sure to give a video a like so we can feel so I can feel motivated to get everybody together to do this shit again. So till then, we'll see you guys next time. Deuces.
Also, since
Oh.
been coming over, you can follow me at twitch.tv/JKage. I'm the other way, Lee.
Nah, not on my screen. You right here, bro.
Oh, okay.
Wish I could reach through and
Well, but yes.
smack you.
You gonna
Just
touch his
smack.
face?
Nah, just reach through like I'm going to touch his face and then find his face and just be like, wah.
Well, yeah, Jacob, I stream occasionally, and it's mostly just dumb fighting games and stuff, and the casual squad chilling, talking shit, mostly about me being rich and everything. and my spouse alliance is some acting like a bitch, but
Damn, I'm in between
yeah.
y'all both two on my screen. I should move down there with
Yeah.
Chris and John. And you can follow me at Leak Breezy on everything at Leak Breezy. Yeah.
Well, we follow Jordan. You want him to be your best friend. Send him some feet pics.
I knew it was coming.
Oh my gosh.
I thought Chris was going to be the one to say it. I'm probably going to edit that out, but I knew it was coming.
Why would I say it?
Because you roll like that.
All right.
You want all the smoke. What do you mean?
That's
Actually,
true.
no,
but I
never
don't
mind.
know.
He only loves my feet. He only wants my feet pics.
You
Don't
only
send
Yo,
love
him-
suck a
my
don't
dick,
send him-
bitch. Shut up. You can go to,
When-
you can go to
when and
hell
where?
now.
When and where? When and where?
You can go,
Ooh,
go to
anyway.
fucking hell. You're right now, dog.
Joe said, "Yo, suck a dick, bitch."
All right, we outie. Deuces.
You're